celebrate your love, get the value price you deserve, then spread your payments over 5 years. That $6,000 pair of diamond earrings is just $100 a month. That $12,000 engagement ring is just $200 a month. Everything's affordable with this amazing offer. 0 interest all the way to 2030. There's just one catch. This is a limited time offer just for the month of June. So don't wait. Let IDC help you get the jewelry you've been dreaming of at a price and payment you didn't think was possible anymore. International Diamond Center in Tampa, Clearwater, Lakeland, and Sarasota. Excludes Rolex. Details and more at shopidc.com on approved credit.
The heat is on, and when the heat is on, your AC is on, and when your AC is on, your money is gone. Power companies love it, but Solar Bear says enough is enough. Stop renting your power from the power companies. Go solar now and own your power and get your first 12 months completely free. That's 0 power payments for an entire year. Solar Bear is Florida's local solar expert, not some national chain. With over a decade of experience and thousands of 5-star reviews, they're the name you can trust. Call Solar Bear today or visit solarbear.com and start saving before your next bill shows up.
Going up.
Prices keep going up these days. It feels like being on an elevator that only goes up.
Going up.
But not at Metro. We're pushing the down button.
Going down.
We've lowered prices. Get one line of 5G data for $40, period. That's 20% lower. And you get a free Samsung 5G phone when you bring your number. Only at Metro.
5-year guarantee on eligible plans. Exclusions apply. See website for details. Not available if at Metro with T-Mobile in the past 6 months. Tax applies.
Car accident? Take back control of your life. Call Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
1025 The Bone. Real Raw Radio. WHPT, Sarasota, Tampa, St. Pete. And 107.3 WXGL HD2 St. Pete. Live from the WeatherTight Windows studio.
My name is Drew. Pronounced with the O.
It's in your face with Drew Garabo.
I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Rudy, I love fruit salad.
Then why don't you marry it?
All right, then. I will.
Live from the 102.5 The Bone Studios in St. Petersburg, Florida. It's Drew Garabo. Live.
Is happening, Tampa Bay. My name is Drew Garabo. He is Maurice, and we are Drew Garabo Live. A cast of 2. Dingy, rainy day. Some of you out by the fairgrounds got 1.5 inches hail today. Wow. Good on you. And we are here to take your phone calls and give away Metallica tickets, not necessarily in that order. Hit me. Should you care to join us in conversation, I ain't mad at you until you call. 800-771-1025. You can interact with the show via social media. I'm at Drew on the radio on Twitter, where he is a cat named Mo. On Instagram, Drew Garabo, DREWGARABO. He's cat named Mo. I don't check TikTok during the show. I'm still not sure what I'm doing with TikTok. But TikTok's doing just fine without me. Trust me. How Happy Pride Month to those who celebrate.
I'm like, why is he playing Frankie Goes to Hollywood? Not that there's anything wrong with that. I get it now.
And if Pride Month bothers you, good, you bigots. Suck it up. Choke on a big, fat Pride Month all month long.
I don't know why they're going to shove it down my throat. It hurts my eyes to see the rainbow.
We'll get into that later. But first, I want to give a shout out to anyone over the age of 40 who is still playing in a band. I was fortunate enough to attend a hurricane party over in Sanford this past weekend. Got to see a bunch of Orlando people that I grew up with. Haven't seen them in a while. And a lot of them are still playing in bands. My buddy Wes in Fortitude, my buddy Chuck in Gargamel, Dom and Scart in Supervillains, and the dudes in Wolfface. It's a special kind of thing because I've never been very proficient with an instrument. I could play keyboards, and I played in a high school band. We did mostly new wave covers. We had a female lead singer, so we did like some Berlin, some Till Tuesday, a little Police, U2, etc. The Hooters.
Hooters.
Oh, day by day.
Oh, I thought he was going to do some All You Zombies.
Oh, no. They were a little too slow for us. Okay. We were more into rocking the party. But I quickly realized that I was not good enough to be in a band, and so I abandoned my musical pursuits. But to those of you still doing it, man, whether you're doing originals or covers, keep doing that. It keeps you young. And if you struggle with self-doubt while you're doing it, and I imagine some of you might be, you're 40 years old, 50 years old, you're working a job during the week so that you can afford your habit of playing music, don't let anybody tell you not to, man. Keep it up. I'm sure it keeps you young, and we all do need those things that keep us young. Radio definitely does it for me. I get to wear pretty much my wardrobe is 95% band T-shirts, jeans, and I dress like I did in high school. And this job keeps me feeling young. And if you're not doing things to keep you feeling young, you're going to get old real quick. You might even be in your 30s and you're already old because you're not doing anything that keeps you vital, that keeps you young, that keeps you vibrant. And I just want to, whether you're some beach musician or whether you play in bars, clubs, for your friends, whatever, especially those playing over 40 years old who play live music, man, keep it up. I got to give props to Wolfface. These guys live locally, at least a couple of them do, and they've got the best thing going. There is nobody doing what these guys do. I've never seen a band where you could close your eyes and listen to the band and think to yourself, this is a great band. They sound awesome. But then you open your eyes and they're dressed in Teen Wolf attire. They all have the Scotty Howard Teen Wolf basketball outfit on with wolf masks and wolf hair. Now, I've seen them with the full wolf costumes. Not a smart idea summertime in Florida. They sensibly went shirtless or the basketball jersey and embarrassingly short basketball shorts. But just from my Facebook page, I'll just play a little bit of their music so you can see that they're not, I don't want to call it a gimmick per se, because I don't want to insult them. Like you would just think, oh, okay, pretty damn good pop punk band. Until you realize that not only are they dressed in Teen Wolf attire, and if you're not familiar with the classic Michael J. Fox film Teen Wolf, I don't know what to tell you. All of their songs are about Teen Wolf, with or without Boof, who is the female lead that Scott had a crush on. I want to be a Homo sapien. Give me a keg of beer, please. It is the most creative, original, and unique. Again, I don't want to call it a gimmick and insult them, but like in wrestling, gimmick is not a bad word. It's just what sets you apart from everybody else.
Sure, Kiss were a gimmick band. They're worldwide.
Yeah, exactly. So maybe they wouldn't take that as an insult if I said they got a great gimmick going, but it was something else. And they are playing again. They're opening for Supervillains here in St. Petersburg at Janus in July. That is going to be a ripper of a show, and I just have so much respect and admiration. It had been probably 10 years since I had seen Wolfface. I think I last saw him at a 97X Backyard Barbecue, and they still got it. And these guys are just they're on another level. So props to Michael J. Wolf and the rest of the Wolfface boys. I don't know how they settled on that gimmick. But I hope they keep doing it, and that is just too much fun.
Is there any acknowledgement of Jason Bateman and his work in Teen Wolf 2?
Great question. They didn't do any songs like that on stage on Saturday, but it's quite possible that they have something in the pantheon of Wolfface that talks about how awful Teen Wolf 2 was, TOO. And, man, that just makes me think about sequels that never should have been made. I get it. Like Teen Wolf, wildly successful first movie. You want to keep that going. But when Mike Fox goes, no, I don't know if I want to do the sequel, then you go, all right, we're not going to make a sequel. Caddyshack 2, same thing. When Rodney says, hey, I can't do that, you don't get Jackie Mason. When Bill Murray says, no, I think I moved on, you don't get Dan Aykroyd.
I will certainly agree with those two. I think Michael J. at Teen Wolf phase might have been somewhat replaceable.
The original was such a classic, though.
Sure.
And I just I wonder what sequels. Airplane 2 is great. They go to the moon, right? Sure, I see Scraps as a boy dog.
Yeah.
Fletch Lives. Did it quite live up to the original? No. Was it still wildly entertaining? Yes, absolutely. Yeah. The Klookies. There are certain 80s and 90s films that sequels worked, and there are certain that sequels did not. Teen Wolf 2 absolutely did not work. And I also wanted to know, like, what you do that keeps you young. Someone between now and 6:50 is going to win a pair of tickets to Metallica Night 1, which I believe is Friday. Thank you so much to Mike O for bestowing us Friday night Metallica tickets and then Sunday Metallica tickets as well. I know that this is going to make somebody very, very happy. A lot of people want to go to this show. Metallica, I think, is one of those bands that you got to see. I mean, they're iconic, and I know Limp Bizkit is playing with them on one of those dates. That's another band that you absolutely have to see. I am currently wrestling with going to Mexico to see Slightly Stupid. We are interviewing Miles tomorrow from Slightly Stupid about their upcoming show at the Baycare Sound with Little Stranger and Iration. I'm wrestling with it because, quite frankly, I don't know that I can justify $2,200 a person to stay for 4 nights in Mexico to see a band that I like, but not. I don't love them. This isn't like a U2, Beastie Boys, Outcasts or something like that. It'd be a fun time for sure, but $2,000, and that's just my end. It'd be another $2,000 for Sarah. That is a hefty ticket.
Yeah.
I think I would have buyer's remorse for that one. I don't mind a couple $100 hotel, driving up to Georgia to see Sturgill Simpson. We're flying up to Charlotte, North Carolina this Thursday to see Run the Jewels, which I still can't figure out if this is their only headlining gig that they have. I saw that they're playing Yellow Springs, Ohio, I think either tonight or tomorrow night for Dave Chappelle. I think Wu-Tang might be on that gig as well because Run the Jewels is about to embark upon an opening slot for Wu-Tang Clan. They're coming here to Tampa next week. But before that was announced, they announced a one-off show with Run the Jewels headlining in Charlotte, North Carolina at an amphitheater up there. They haven't played in 19 months, and I'm very intrigued by what, like, you think a band does like a warm-up for tour? Like they got to get their legs underneath them, you think?
Sure, yeah. I could see, yeah. I think that's happened.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know who did that with a Lakeland, Florida gig of all artists? I could give you a million guesses. They played a theater in Lakeland, which I think is now maybe the RP Funding Center,
right,
circa 2002, to gear up, I'll give you a hint, for his world tour.
Mott the Hoople.
You're so close. Think legend.
His tour, legend. Billy Joel?
Just as much of a legend.
Elton John?
Just as much of a legend.
Paul McCartney?
Just as much of a legend.
You said his tour.
Yep.
That's some heady company. Had just as much of a legend?
Yep.
Heady company indeed.
He's no longer with us.
No longer. David Bowie.
You're very close. He passed away around the same time.
Prince.
Yeah. Played Lakeland, Florida. I believe it was April 6th, 2002. They gave us a ticket to give away on my radio show, and they told me that if I wanted a ticket as well that I could go, and it was pouring rain, and like I didn't want to leave from Maitland, Florida to go to the U-Key Theater in Lakeland. And to this day, I regret it because it was a 36-song set.
Oh, man.
Started with Rainbow Children, played Love Roller Coaster, played Raspberry Beret, Take Me With You, and then they did a piano set, and then Starfish and Coffee, Purple Rain, Nothing Compares to You, and wrapped it all up with Anesthesia. I regret to this day not going to that. And I think U2, before the Zoo TV tour, and if anybody went, I'd love to hear from you. I'm almost positive that they played a small gig in Lakeland with the Pixies or Public Enemy, or they played it. They played over here in Tampa to gear up for their tour.
Did you not go to that one either?
I did not go to that one.
That was the one where you got high, right, or something like that.
No, it was the early '90s.
Oh, okay.
So I just you didn't find out about stuff because there was no social media.
Right.
Like you read in Rolling Stone afterwards, U2 played several warm-up gigs
like, what?
in Tampa, and you're like, that's just wait, man. Before social media and the internet, you didn't know about anything.
That's so right. There could be a band you loved that could have come to town, and you learned about it a week later in casual conversation.
So true. So damn true. And like, all the inconveniences of social media, and as much as we're tied to these godforsaken devices, it sure is cool knowing about stuff.
Sure.
And like nothing happens that we don't know about immediately anymore. But back then, you had to know somebody who knew somebody who knew somebody, and they're like, hey, did you hear Prince is playing in Lakeland? No way. How'd that happen? Then, by the time it gets to you, it's like, oh, Prince played last night in Lakeland. And you're like, well, how did that even happen? 800-771-1025. You can, as always, watch along on Bone TV. There are Facebook, videos of us doing what we do. So if you'd like to watch along, certainly we encourage you to do that and leave some comments. Hello there. Who are you?
Hey, Drew, this is Bill.
Hey, Bill, what's going on, bud?
Actually, the Lakeland Civic Center has held a pretty big. Prince has been there twice before that I know of.
Yeah, I don't think this was the Lakeland Civic Center. This was a theater. I know the Lakeland Civic Center used to be the spot to go for concerts because it was before Orange County got the Civic Center. So when, like, a band wouldn't play Tampa or Orlando, they'd play Lakeland Civic Center right smack dab in the middle. A lot of rock shows, a lot of your Motley Crues, your Iron Maidens, etc.
Dude, I saw Queen News of the World tour, AC/DC Back in Black tour.
Wow.
I mean, it was an amazing venue. Van Halen, Women and Children First, Prince Purple Rain tour. They started off there.
That's rad.
So, that was crazy, man. It was a big venue there at the time.
That is pretty rad. Yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate the call. Have a great one. Drew Garabo Live, how can I help you?
Hey, is this the Bone?
It is. Who's this?
Oh, hey, this is Angel. I listen to you guys every day.
Thank you,
just
Angel.
wanted to know how could I get the Metallica tickets?
Oh, it's real easy. By not asking for them, you should know. And I know we have new listeners all the time, but to me, you know, I will never, ever, 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 and I mean ever, give tickets to someone who just calls and says, how do I get them tickets? I usually have a pretty good plan on how I'm going to give them away, like today. But the absolute way not to win them is to call up and ask for them. But I'm not going to block your number or anything or, you know, exclude you from winning. You asked an honest question, and you still got a chance.
I love you, man. I love you, man. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Love you back. Hello there. Who are you?
Hey, Drew. It's Clark. How are you?
Clark, what's going on, dude?
Not much. A couple things. Unnecessary sequels. Blues Brothers 2000 absolutely didn't need to be made.
Wasn't it John Goodman and the John Belushi role in that one too?
Yes. Yeah, and a kid for some reason.
Boo.
Yeah, brutal. But when I used to work at the Sun Dome, I don't know if it's still the case, but the Lakeland Centers, a big chunk of their business was being a rehearsal space because so many tours either start or end in Florida.
Yeah.
And there'd be big acts playing there, oftentimes not billed, but just rehearsing. So I don't know if that's still the case, but for a while, that was a big chunk of the money they made there at that place.
Dude, like imagine if Metallica was starting off their tour at Raymond James, and then to warm up, they did like Riveters Next Door, or you know what I mean? Like played. I would totally do that if I were in a I say that now, but if I were in a big time famous band like that, I'd find like a little dive bar somewhere. You go to the Orpheum, you know what I mean, and rip through a set, and the people just happen to be there, happen to see Metallica, you know.
Well, that facility has a theater, and it also has a sports arena, which doesn't have a full-time sports tenant. So oftentimes that arena is available to set up like an arena stage setup. So that's why it was so attractive to people.
I'll be damned. Yeah. Well, thank you very much, man.
Sure thing. See you guys.
Absolutely. Hello there. Welcome to Drew Garabo Live.
Hey, what's up? It's Frank.
Hi, Frank.
Hey, I was just calling. I'm not sure that this really happened. I could have imagined it, but were you talking about things that keep us young?
I am.
Okay, so I have a good one. And this worked for me for most of my life so far.
All right. Yep.
The thing to do to stay young is to not have any responsibility or anything that causes you stress. Pretty simple.
Stay away from it. But I mean, isn't that impossible? Like, aren't some things just going to cause you stress no matter what? Like, you can't, if you don't have enough money to pay your bills, you can't stay away from your bills. They'll throw you in debtor's prison.
You don't have anything, you got no bills. I think that's his point.
You saying live off the land, homie?
Yeah, I mean, no. I was at a place in my life for a long time where I just didn't have a steady girlfriend. I just had whatever girl came in the wind. No kids, just a job. I had a car that was paid for. And, yeah, all I had to do was pretty much just pay my rent. And
that brought you happiness.
Peace. I mean, I don't know happiness is the right word, but definitely peace of mind. You know, I did not have a lot of worries at all.
Yeah, I got you. Mo and I were just talking before we went on the air about how, you know, youth is wasted on the young and how much we would have gotten away with when we were younger if we knew, like, what was waiting for us when we got older.
Right.
You know?
I think you're right, though, what you just said to me is that, like, it is unavoidable. I mean, I would say that was pretty much a childish life that I was living. And, you know, I made it all the way into my 30s, like early 30s. But, like, at 31, I basically ended up getting married, having kids, getting a house. And, like, I could see the gray hair starting to come in there. So I think it's unavoidable, but it was a good time for a while.
Hell yeah, it is, dude. And look, our definition of a good time just gets different as we get older. For me, what brings me joy now is something I wish I had done when I was in my 20s, which is traveling for concerts, whether it's North Carolina, Colorado, California, within the state of Florida. I love going places to see bands that I love. Now, I didn't have the disposable income to do it in my 20s, and now, you know, I got a little bit, I can do it. But, you know, I don't even think I barely had enough money to drive to Tampa for concerts back then. Hello, who are you?
Hey, it's Greg.
Hi, Greg.
So I have an honest question, and
I love
I don't know
honest
if
questions.
I don't know if it's a stupid question, and if it is, I know you'll let me know.
There are no stupid questions in this world. Go right
Sure
ahead.
they are.
So I did an internship for a news channel back when I was younger, and we used to be able to see how many viewers there were for the TV station.
Mm-hmm.
And I've always wondered, in radio, are you able to tell how many people are listening to the station?
Wouldn't that be cool? I am somewhat hamstrung from what I can share with you because of our contract with the company that does the ratings. However, I can say unequivocally, no. There is no, nor has there ever been, any accurate way to even remotely tell how many people are listening. There's a good chance that right now, well, I know at least 4 people are listening because we've taken 4 phone calls. It could be 5 people listening. It could be 5 million people listening. We have absolutely no way to tell. We get some numbers from streaming after the fact. They're like, oh, so and so many people, logged onto your site and listened to your stream, et cetera. But man, if people ever find out how ratings are collected in radio, which I don't know that they ever will be because of the vice-like grip that the rating company has, I think people... I don't know what people would think, to be honest with you, but that's just a long way of saying, unfortunately, no, there is absolutely no way of telling how many people are listening at any given time.
All right. I've just always wondered that every time I listen to you guys, and I'm like, I want to call and ask, but I don't know if it's a dumb question. So.
Oh, dude, no, it's the opposite of it. It's a great question, actually, and I wish, honestly, I wish there was. I wish we could know and see, like, live in front of us, okay, you had 75,000 people that last segment, but then when you went into break and you didn't tease effectively, you lost half your audience. So this is where you need to step it up.
Wouldn't that drive you crazy, though?
It would absolutely drive me effing nuts. There is a certain peace in not knowing, and I don't know that there's anyone in this building who cares less about ratings than yours truly. Don't get me wrong. I love when they're good, but A, they're beyond the focus of my control. If I'm doing something that causes listeners to hemorrhage and go other stations, by all means, tell me and I'll change. But B, I just know that there's no accurate way to tell. So I just go with what I hope is going to be interesting. And if we hit the mark, awesome. And if we don't hit the mark and that keeps happening, I imagine they'll S-can me sooner or later. But I guess I've been doing something right because I've been here like 14 years now.
So that kind of answers my next question. I was going to ask if you were able to see the viewership on like certain subjects that you would talk, that you were losing viewers, you wouldn't change what you were talking about because of the loss of viewership.
No, I don't think I would. But then again, I would have to confront what is more important to me. Is it more important to have a voice and say the right things that I believe in? Or is it more important to stay employed in my dream job and keep making money for myself and my company? I'm sure there's some sort of a compromise there that would have to be reached, but I know full well, like this afternoon when we talk about Pride Month, I'm going to piss off a lot of people, and maybe a lot of those people are going to be like, I don't want to listen to that liberal pussy anymore. I'm going to go listen to something else. Oh, well, if that's the case, if you can't handle the fact that I believe that love is love and that a man loving a man is no different than a man loving a woman, except for perhaps different orifices. If that causes you to go listen to something else, hey, you can take double birds with you. I could give 2 craps. I'm happy with the message I'm trying to send. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah, brother.
Thanks, dude. Appreciate the call. Great call. Great call.
Just on a side note, if you're having sex with your woman the right way, it's all the same orifice.
Yeah, it all feels the same.
No, it's all the same. I don't think you're getting what I'm putting down.
Oh. I think I am. 800-771-1025. When we come back, boy, I tell you, this Pee Wee documentary, it's really got me.
Oh, man. Tomorrow I will yes, I can't wait. The first one. It's two episodes. I only watched the first.
We just got to talk about it. Okay. There is, if you have not watched Pee Wee Herman as himself, this is the most heart-wrenching, insightful, tragic documentary I've seen in a long time, and we'll talk about that as it relates to Pride Month next on Drew Garabo Live. Our buddy Jeff Borum, you know what he does? Sells houses. You know whose house he wants to sell? Yours. Jeff Borum is awesome. He has a cranked up marketing machine that might have a buyer for your home and you haven't even listed it yet. How does he do it? I don't know. He's Jeff Borum. I'm not. All I know is that he has tons of success stories. When I spend time with Jeff on the golf course, at his marketing events, etc., I'm blown away by how many great relationships he has with people. It's because the dude knows his job, he knows his craft, and he invests in cutting-edge technology designed to help you sell your home and find a new one. Google him, Team Borum, Borham, for Jeff Borum. He's a guy we trust. He's a guy we know. He's a guy we love, and you can trust him too. Borham, Team Borum, now powered by eXp Realty. And with Jeff, you've got options. Buy your home, sell your home, or rent your home. Google him right now, and you can be packing tonight. It's Jeff Borum.
You're listening to Drew Garabo live on 102.5 The Bone. Download the free Bone app to listen to us anywhere. Sponsored by Mark Spain Real Estate. Get your guaranteed offer at markspain.com. Now, a Bone traffic update from the Farah and Farah Personal Injury Attorneys Traffic Center.
Most of our problems so far this afternoon have been on the Pinellas side. Hillsboro's actually been doing pretty well. Our latest Pinellas accidents along East Lake Road and Camper Road. Fortunately, in Pinellas Park, traffic has pretty much returned to normal after an earlier crash, which had 2 lanes blocked for a while northbound along US 19, just past the Gandy Park Boulevard overpass. We're in good shape along the big bridges. This is Jim with traffic.
For decades, Camtech School of Construction has been the leader in preparing thousands of people to advance their career as a licensed contractor. Join Camtech's free info seminar this Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Tampa AC Hotel by Marriott, 4020 West Boy Scout Boulevard, 1-800-875-PASS. CamtechSchool.com.
You got leaky pipes, cold showers? Well, no problem. Hawkins Service Co. has plumbing deals that'll make your wallet smile. Get $250 off when you install a tank or tankless water heater, $100 off a water conditioning system, and they're waiving the service fee with any plumbing repair. Do you need more? How about $49 drain cleaning or $500 off a whole home repipe? But hurry, these deals will flush away after June 30th. Give them a call today, 813-445-8209, or visit them online at hawkinsserviceco.com. Hawkins, one call, handles it all.
Hey, did you know that with Frontier Fiber Internet, the best Wi-Fi isn't just for VIPs anymore?
So even if I have less than 1 million followers?
Or me, a total noob?
What if I'm not in the metaverse yet?
Yeah, now everyone can get Wi-Fi 7 with a premium Eero router on Fiber 500 and up. Now starting at only $39.99 per month. Switch to the most advanced Wi-Fi on 100% fiber internet. Only from Frontier. Good to go. In select areas, price for 12 months with autopay. ETF terms apply. Max speeds wired. Actual average and Wi-Fi speed vary.
Life is busy. Luckily, Racetrack's here to keep you on track every day.
Running around and the time makes you nervous. Are you still a mom or just a taxi service?
With ice cold drinks, hot pizza, freshly ground coffee, and even Swirl World frozen yogurt for the kids.
The schedule is packed with things that they have to do. But with so much to choose from, you'll find something for you.
Racetrack is here to keep you going.
Racetrack's gonna get you.
Racetrack, whatever gets you going.
Raise a Big Daddy mug this summer at Hooters. Bud and Bud Light Big Daddies for just $6. Or Mick Ultra for $6.50. Big beers, better deals. Only at Hooters. 11 locations in Tampa Bay. Go to originalhooters.com for one near you.
Time marches on, and a lot has changed. But one thing has not changed. Washington regulations on local stations. Regulations that make it tough for local TV and radio stations to compete with global big tech platforms. If you want to keep local news, weather, and live sports on TV and radio, we need updated regulations. Tell Washington to modernize the rules to help local stations compete. Learn more at nab.org/modernize the rules. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
Think selling your home is stressful? Try picking the wrong agent. Choose right the first time. Call Jeff Borum of Team Borum with eXp Realty and see how his cutting-edge marketing can get you the most money for your home. Call Jeff at 813-344-4287 or go online at jeffborum.com. That's jeffborum.com and start packing.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers. So we build specially adapted homes at Homes for Our Troops. And thanks to our donors and supporters, this life-changing gift of freedom is provided mortgage-free to these veterans. But we need you to join us, too, in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
Millions of Americans take medicine like Ozempic and Zepbound. Many of them are overpaying by thousands of dollars a year. These GLP-1 medications for diabetes, weight loss, and more may not always be covered by your insurance, but GoodRx can help. GoodRx helps you save every month on prescriptions at over 70,000 pharmacies nationwide. Best of all, it's free to use. Check GoodRx to save on GLP-1s. Just go to GoodRx.com/GLP. That's GoodRx.com/GLP. GoodRx is not insurance, but can be used instead of insurance, including Medicare and other federal and state-funded programs.
Looking for a great lunch combo? Hooters, Surfside Seltzer, Metallica tickets, and JP? Join 102.5 The Bone and The JP Show on Friday, June 6th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the original Hooters on Gulf to Bay. JP will be broadcasting live, and he will have your last shot at Metallica tickets. Pre-game with JP at the original Hooters with 102.5 The Bone.
When it really matters, choose Farrah and Farrah. Here for you, here for good. Tampa.
Do rain or bugs have your car looking dirty? Well, Bubble Down Car Wash has you covered. They offer longer wash tunnels, powerful vacuums, and the friendliest staff. Check out BubbleDown.com to find a Bubble Down Car Wash location near you.
Now, a weather update from the Sun Toyota Weather Center.
Toyota.com. I'm Fox 13 Chief Meteorologist Paul Delgado. Somewhat unsettled weather next couple of days. A couple showers around overnight tonight. Lows in the low 70s and kind of cloudy on Tuesday with a scattering of showers and storms. Some could be heavy. Highs only in the mid-80s.
Now, back to Real Raw Radio. Sponsored by Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Now, back to Drew Garabo Live.
The death defier, the Mike Myers, rapper for hire, doer of drive-bys, the bag, clack, let it loose, all witnesses as alive, that's a job completed.
We are Drew Garabo Live. We are here for your listening enjoyment, and we have Metallica tickets to give away before 6:50 p.m. Our number is 800-771-1025. Good afternoon. How may I help you?
Hi, Drew. Hi, Mo. It's Jeff. How are you doing?
Hello. Hey. Jeffrey, what's up?
Hey, I haven't had a chance to listen since this morning, and I don't know if it's improper, but can I ask about how John Senning is doing?
Yeah, that's not improper at all. That's very nice of you to care. I think he's good. He was here in studio today. He seems all right. He was a little dicey over the weekend, to be honest with you. It was a little scary, but he seems to be doing pretty well.
Yeah, I'd heard on the Mike Calta show they had mentioned that he was in the hospital or something.
It's true. He was. He had a pretty bad infection, and he's out now, and he's going for treatment tomorrow by our mutual ear doctor that we share, and hopefully we'll be snapped right back to health. Did you not catch any of Senning's show today?
No, I was at work and I wasn't able to listen from about 7 till about 4 o'clock.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm always happy to keep you in the loop, and that's the deal. He's alive, thank God.
Great, thank you much, Lee. Bye
bye. Interesting presence on that gentleman. Good afternoon, Drew Garabo Live.
A little old-timey sound.
Yeah, like 1920s vaudevillian. Like, that John Senning is a bee's knees. Hello? I say hello? From the 863, you have called us. Maybe you forgot that? I hear your blinker. Just throw you on a gentle hold.
That might have been the clip-clop of a horse.
So, the Pee Wee Herman documentary, Pee Wee as Himself. I have been an unabashed Pee Wee fan for a long, long time. The HBO show that he did, the Pee Wee Herman Show, which predated Pee Wee's Big Adventure or Pee Wee's Playhouse, was brilliant. I saw him in a couple of Cheech and Chong movies. I consider him to be an absolute genius. the scandals that plagued him were very unfortunate and, in my opinion, unnecessarily tainted his public image.
Refresh my memory real quick. Was there more than one? Okay.
Yeah, there were two. I don't want to.
Okay.
I don't want to give away the baby with the bathwater. I love that expression. But you'll see them in part two. Part one is Pee-wee's big rise to fame. Part one is Pee-wee's
the come up
upbringings in the Groundlings comedy troupe, and what led him to meet the Tim Burton, who did his first movie, etc. The come up was great. Like, boy makes big. I know he had family in Sarasota, and he went to live there for a while when fame got to be too much for him. I always found beauty in his inanity and juvenile antics. It's something that always spoke to me because much like Pee-wee, I am an old man who refused to grow up. So I always loved what Pee-wee was all about. I always thought that these scandals hurt him more than we could possibly know. First, of course, famously getting caught up in a sting operation, which why you would ever have a sting operation to arrest people for masturbating in an adult theater, what a waste of police resources. If you've got people masturbating in a regular movie theater, okay, set up a sting operation, and if somebody whips it out, then you throw them in jail. But I would assume most, if not all, men who go to a public X-rated theater go in there with the expectation that they are going to see and encounter other adult males masturbating while watching the film. They're not there to gauge the artistry of Wet Nurses Volume 8. They're not there to enjoy the cinematic experience. They are all there for one purpose, and that is to get off.
You're saying that they are fully aware that they may engage and catch some shrapnel.
Correct. If you're in that theater, you have forfeited the right to be perturbed or aghast that another gentleman might be flogging the dolphin while you're watching the film. It's just going to happen, And I never really got into watching pornos with a bunch of dudes. But those of you who did, I would assume that there's an expectation that all, if not some, are going to be whooping off. Big deal. It's what they're all doing. That's why they create porno. They don't do it for the artistry. Now, it might be a nice fringe benefit sometimes. But anyway, you go into that theater knowing what's going to happen. And Pee-wee got caught in a sting where allegedly a cop saw him masturbating and arrested him, not knowing that it was Pee-wee Herman. I like to think that if he did not have that long unkempt hair and the goatee, and the cop knew that it was Pee-wee Herman, that he might have given him a little pass.
Yeah,
but
I forgot the mugshot. He looked nothing like himself. I forgot about that.
No, he looked like he did in Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the movie. So that happens. He deals with the fallout. He even has a great comeback on MTV during the VMAs where he comes out as Pee-wee Herman for the first time, and he says, heard any good jokes lately, and people lose it, and it's great. The second one, this is just insane. So Pee-wee was a borderline hoarder, collector of vintage art, kitsch, stuff from the 60s and 70s, and he collected antique gay erotica. Old men's magazines from the 1950s.
Right.
He collected a bunch of that stuff. Now, I don't know if it was an anonymous tip. Oh, I do know. You remember the dude from Ferris Bueller's Day Off who played Principal Rooney?
Right. He got caught up in some child porn.
He did. And so a guy who knew both Jeffrey, whatever his name was, and Pee-wee Herman had been, I guess, at a party where Pee-wee was. So Pee-wee, Paul Rubens, was a known, not accomplice, but knew Jeffrey, whatever his name was, and the other perv. Yeah. So they raided Pee-wee's house, and they took out thousands, if not 10,000s, of pieces of vintage erotic art looking for kiddie porn. They found one image amongst the tens of thousands, one image that could have been construed as an underage boy. It wasn't. It was a youngish-looking adult male, but that one image that they had in these tens of thousands of magazines, plus an overzealous state attorney, brand new one, looking to make a case, and Pee Wee got hit with one obscenity charge. He took a plea, and he had to register as a sex offender. These events ruined him, wrecked him, turned him into someone he no longer was.
Safe to say he kind of successfully came back from the first. Had it not been the second, there might be a different legacy for him.
Correct. And he's still got movie roles. He was in Blow, he was great in that.
Was that after the child porn?
I think so.
Oh, wow.
I know it was after the first one.
First one, yes. Yeah,
but it might not have been after the second one. The thing is, and how this coincides with Pride Month, Pee Wee was closeted gay. He knew he was gay from a very young age, but he figured out very early in the Hollywood game that if he was openly gay, he wouldn't have achieved the level of success that he did. Like it or not, Pee Wee never would have gotten Pee Wee's Playhouse if they knew he was gay. And that is a goddamn shame. And for those of you who still get so bothered that businesses, sports teams, attractions, radio stations, TV stations, cities, right now, St. Joseph Children's Hospital, at Baycare, we're committed to fostering an inclusive and welcoming environment where everyone feels valued, supported, and safe to be their authentic selves. We should all encourage everyone to love other people as long as they are consenting adults. And if you have a problem with gay people being shown love, then you've got a problem with yourself. And it's so disappointing to see so many of you lashing out at these businesses, at these cities, these media outlets that dare encourage tolerance and diversity. Oh, we're sick of having it shoved. Then move on. Move the hell on with your day. 800-771-1025. It's demonic? Get the hell out of here. What's demonic about a man loving another man or a woman loving another woman? That is love. There is not a demonic element to that. And those of you who take time out of your day to go leave a nasty comment about Pride Month, you're the reason there still needs to be a Pride Month. There would be no need for a Pride Month if one day everybody was like, there are gay people in this world. Who cares? That would be great. But there is just so much. And there's a post right now on the Drew Garabo Live page where I simply said, irony, the comments on just about every Pride Month post decrying it as demonic or worse show why we still need a Pride Month. Love is love. Go look at the Lightning. Go look at the Rays. Go look at any sports team showing love for Pride Month, and you will see so many unfortunate and disgusting comments from people who just don't get it. You're gross. Hello there. Who are you?
Hey, this is Tom down in Bradenton. How you doing?
Really good, Tom. How are things down in B-Town?
A little rainy, but everything's good.
Yep, here
too. I was going to say about Paul. Oh, good thing.
Yeah.
Paul Rubens. I was in Sarasota when that took place, getting out of high school, and we all thought it was horrible. The building was a single building set way off on its own. There was nothing around it. It wasn't within 10 miles of another school. I mean, it was the whole thing was ridiculous. But the other thing, everybody says he started this movie, that movie. He was in Cheech and Chong. I believe it was Up in Smoke. Mm-hmm. He was, who was it? Red Hot Chili Peppers were playing in the background. and he made a pop appearance in that. So
cool. Thank you very much. Yep, I said that. Appreciate that. 800-771-1025. I think it was an Up in Smoke and Next movie, if I'm not mistaken. Hello, who are you?
Hey, this is Angel, man. I just wanted to touch on what you said about Pee Wee, man. I love me some Pee Wee. I'm a straight man, but, man, growing up watching Pee Wee, it's upsetting to know how they turn us scared like that. I mean, I hate to see these celebrities that we grew up listening to and watching and seeing their whole gig from what they created get tarnished like that.
Much language, but yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, no, listen, he never should have been arrested for that in the first place. Like it is a complete waste of police resources to have a sting operation where you go into an adult theater that's in an industrial complex nowhere near anything and arrest dudes for masturbating. Why else are there porno theaters?
Yes.
What else are you doing there? They don't sell popcorn, I don't think. And if they do, you shouldn't get it. Hello, who are you?
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Ugh. That's not butter.
Hey, this is Big Easy.
What's up, Big Easy?
Not much, John. How you doing, brother?
Who?
Oh, man, Drew. Sorry. So I think the thing people don't get with Pride, they get all upset about it.
Mm-hmm.
If they didn't have that reaction, we wouldn't need Pride because then they would be accepted. They'd be part of normal life. But people don't understand that they're just proving why we need it.
I never really thought of it that way.
You sure? Because I thought you said that at the beginning.
No, you must not have been listening to me, Mo. It's something else. So you're saying that these reactions to the Pride posts spell out the very reason that we need Pride to begin with?
Yeah, because they're people. They all deserve to live their life without being people bashing them and all that.
Why they got to shove it down my throat, man? Like, why? I'm just I'm there looking for food photos and cat photos on Facebook, and they got to shove their pride, their rainbow, their diversity, their acceptance, their tolerance. They got to shove it right down my throat while grabbing the back of my head, man. I'm sorry, man, but Pride Month spells demon in my world, and I got to say, man, you're way off base on this one, man. We don't need Pride Month.
Shepard, man.
Shepard? What?
Yeah, I can't remember his name.
Matthew Shepard. Dragged behind a car and killed.
Yep.
Right on. Thank you for enlightening me on something that I had previously said already. 800-771-1025 is our number. Not everybody has to get why there are gay people, but I ask people all the time. Because when people are like, oh, gay is a choice. Okay. When did you make the choice to be straight? I never made a choice. It's just, that is in about third grade. I was like, Patty McGrath. I find her very appealing. Therefore, I suppose I like girls. You know what I mean? There is yet to be a man, although I am open to the possibility, there's yet to be a man that I see and go, God damn, I could not only get with that sexually, I would like to be with that dude romantically. I'm just not wired that way. But others are, and I think that's freaking awesome. Although Jake Gyllenhaal and Tom Brady could get it easily. Hello, who are you?
Hey, it's Tony.
And frequently. What do you say, Tony?
I just wanted
Tony
to
don't ride no baloney pony. You know what I'm talking about? My name is Tony, and I don't ride no baloney pony. I ain't no phony. Ain't eating macaroni.
I'm offended. But,
what's up, dude?
I think just the problem that people have is, like Martin Luther King gets a day, Memorial Day, Veterans, and just because you are gay, you get a whole month. I think that's the big deal, and that's what people make a big deal out of.
Is that why you don't like it, because they get a whole month?
Oh, I could care less. I don't go to no parades. It's not in my peripheral.
Tony, you can't speak for people. You can only speak for Tony.
The people I know. That's all I'm saying.
So the people you know are like, I wouldn't have a problem with Pride Day, but why they got to take 30 days?
Yeah, why they got to take a whole month?
I mean, look, there are months for everything, man, and I don't have a problem with giving the gays a whole month. 800-771-1025. Thank you for the call. Hello there, who are you?
Hey, Drew, it's Frank from Sarasota.
What up, Frank?
Hey, I just want to let you know, I worked part-time at nights at a bowling center in Sarasota.
Mm-hmm.
And I had Monday nights was an LGBTQ night.
Sure.
And I made some of the best friends I've ever met. And they are the coolest people in the world. And people that have a problem with it, then that's their issue.
I think a lot of the people who don't like accept pride or whatever, never worked in restaurants. That really, like me, I was in drama in high school, and then I worked restaurants from about 17 years old on. So there's been no shortage of gay people in my life. Plus, I grew up with a gay uncle. It's always been in my life. And I think, the more we see people, get to know people, talk to people, you realize all we all want is to feel loved. All we all want is to feel like we belong. And Pride Month is a way of going, hey, we see you, gay people. We know that we're in crazy times right now, and you might not feel included. You might not feel valued, respected, etc. We see you. We value you. Unfortunately, these posts also serve as a petri dish into the scum that still exists in us. So the people saying like, oh, why they got to celebrate taking a blank in their blank? Hello there. It's about more than that. I mean, it's about that, but it's about more than that. Hello.
Hi.
Hi, what's your name?
Christy from Buffalo.
Hey, Christy from Buffalo. What's going on?
I just wanted to thank you for just what you're doing right now, just even talking about it, because being a New Yorker living in Florida, it's tough. I don't hear this enough. And I just think it's awesome that you're using your platform for something that actually really means something. So
thanks.
That's all.
Yeah, thanks. Sometimes it's dick and fart jokes, and sometimes it's stuff like this. And when I saw that Pride Month began a couple of days ago, today's our first broadcast since it started, just a lot of really unfortunate reactions on social media. And when I see stuff like that, I just got to comment on it. And if that pisses people off, oh, well, you shouldn't care who someone else is sleeping with. And if you don't get why people are gay, just think about how you're straight, and then they're just the same way, except with the same sex. You know what I mean?
Exactly. It's the exact same thing. I don't understand why people don't get it.
Yeah, and I think the loudest homophobes among us are the ones who are afraid that they're going to discover that penis tastes delicious. You know what I mean? Like they're the ones who have these secret desires that they're like, man, I can never tell anybody about this. I better be very, very vocal about hating gay people so that no one catches on. So like, he's gays. When in actuality, if you were to check their hard drive, dudes banging dudes all day long.
All day.
Thank you. Appreciate the call. Thanks for giving us a wing. See, it's from Buffalo. I would have hung up on me for that, too. Hello, who are you?
My name is Rob, and this one's for Tony and all his bigot friends. National Military Appreciation Month is all of May. You missed it last month, buddy.
Yeah, that is the interesting byproduct of Pride, is that a lot of predictable commenters are saying, oh, well, when's Veterans Month? Well, May is Active Military Month. And November is Veterans Month and Military Families Month. I learned that today.
He mentioned MLK Day. I probably should have mentioned that it's June 2nd, and that's, February, Black History Month.
There is Black History Month.
Yeah.
But, I mean, MLK just needed one day. Hello, who are you?
It's hurricane season. Screw the gays.
There's a correlation to be made. A lot of twisters around the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
A lot of blowing.
I mean, which came first, hurricane season or Pride Month in June? Because if it was Pride Month, then God is clearly sending these hurricanes to wipe out the gays. And if the hurricanes came first, well, then I don't know. Maybe gays heard about all that blowing, and they're like, we got to be a part of this.
Here we go, Bone Fam. The Bone Bonus. Presented to you by Farah and Farah, Tampa's accident attorneys. FarahandFarah.com. This hour's Bone Bonus keyword is
love. Head to the 1025 The Bone app now and enter love. before 30 minutes past the top of the hour, and the $1,000 bone bonus could be yours. I'll use it in a sentence, and it's a predictable one. Love is love. Hello there.
Hello?
Hi, what's your name?
My name's Carmen. I wanted to bring up an interesting point.
Okay, we'll be the judge of that.
Well, in the past, I have had two different friends that were hermaphrodites, okay? And this is the important point I want to make.
Okay.
I have always said that if God can make hermaphrodites, is it not possible that there can be a man with a woman's thought brain and a woman with a man's thought brain? Because, God doesn't make mistakes, but, my hermaphrodite friends, they've really had to, they have to choose. They have to choose what they want to be. Which hormonal person? Do they want to be a man? Do they want to be a woman?
Do you have to decide at birth? And I'm not trying to be glib, I promise. But do you have to decide at birth which one you're going to choose, or do you get to keep both genitalia and then use them whenever and however you see fit? I genuinely don't know.
Well, I had my most recent really good friend. That's what he did. She presented as a man, but used both parts and had a ball. Had an absolute wonderful life. Very, very full and interesting.
So this person was born with, I'll use the technical terms, a willy and a coochie, and kept both of them.
Yes.
Can they get pregnant?
I don't know. I don't know. It's like, I don't know. I think it's like a hormone thing. I think a lot of it has to do with that. Oh, man. And another interesting thing.
Are we sure God makes them and not Satan? Like, are we, maybe the argument, if I'm a Bible thumper and you tell me, well, they're hermaphrodites, that's proof God made them, I'd be like, man, Satan made that dude.
No, all right. No, I don't believe. I wouldn't go that way at all.
All right.
But I also had. I know that I don't have a lot of time.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But one of my friends,
just go ahead and let you go. I don't want to make you late. Then you're going to blame me.
Yeah, right.
You just go ahead and get to whatever I don't have a lot of time.
You called us.
The people were like, listen, enough of this back. I'm just trying to get my point out. And if we could just not have any back and forth, that would be great. Thank you. I'm kind of tight on time. That's like the people who go play golf and then complain that it's taking forever. Like, you knew this was going to be a 4-hour day.
Yeah, right.
Hello.
What's going on, guys?
Big E.
Hey.
What's happening?
Nothing.
So I'm straight, if you could believe that.
I believe it.
But have you ever seen a guy that was so good looking that you thought to yourself, damn, I wish I was that guy just because I know how many girls he can get?
Well, sure. When I was younger, you look at very attractive men and you think, gosh, the women must throw themselves. But then I realized, like, just like Mo Money, more problems, Mo Women, Mo problems. You just find all you need is one good one and you're set for life. Like, you find the right girl. You don't need lots of them. You just find the right girl. And you are set for life.
Yeah, but Drew, you got to go through a lot of wrong ones to know what that right one is.
You're saying you have to kiss a lot of toads to find your prince?
Exactly.
That is very true. But the right one is out there. But yeah, I'm happy being who I am. But yes, you certainly do get envious when you see a Tom Brady, a Jake Gyllenhaal, etc.
Yeah, I think I finally found a good one now. I'm settled down. I'm not trying to do anything stupid anymore.
What's his name? I love you, Everett. Sorry, I said that, Everett. Hello, who are you?
Hey, it's Big Nose Billy.
What's up, Big Nose?
I just like to call you guys when you guys make me crack up. I can't believe she called you guys, was talking your ear off, and then said, "Well, I don't have a lot of time."
Man, that is just something else, isn't it, Big Nose Billy? That is some level of caucasity right there. Like, I'm sorry, I'm holding you up. All right, Metallica tickets. I'm going to take a swing on some Metallica tickets next. If you are one of those people who is bothered by pride and you can successfully call this show and argue your point and make me go, hey, you got a good point there, you might get Metallica tickets next.
You're listening to Drew Garabo live on 102.5 The Bone. Let's have some summer fun in the summer sun, Bone fam. It's the Neutral Summer of Music, presented by Neutral. Win tickets to some of the summer's biggest shows, like Thomas Rhett, Katy Perry, Jason Aldean, and more. Plus, score Neutral summer gear, including hats and coolers. Scan the QR code at participating Florida Circle K's, Miller's Ale House, or at the Blind Goat in Tampa to enter. Neutral. Keep it tasty. Visit theboneonline.com for more details. Now, a Bone traffic update from the Farah and Farah Personal Injury Attorneys Traffic Center.
In Pinellas, watch out for an accident northbound along US 19 at Gateway Center Boulevard. An earlier crash is still clearing along East Lake Road at Tampa Road. To the north of Palm Harbor, be aware that road workers had both directions of alternate 19 shut down between Alderman and Klosterman. No major mishaps are being reported in Hillsborough, and interstate volumes actually been lighter than normal along the interstates this afternoon, as well as along the big bridges. This is Jim with traffic.
You know, it's interesting. Car insurance commercials tend to focus on the simple fixes. A busted windshield, a banged up bumper. What about the human damages like pain and suffering? Farah and Farah, Tampa's accident attorneys won't let big insurance forget about your pain. For a Farah fight, you know who to call. Tampa.
There's no such thing as a fender bender when it comes to motorcycle accidents.
More than 80% of crashes result in catastrophic injuries. Injuries that require experienced attorneys ready to fight for you. We are, and we will.
Farah and Farah, Tampa.
Let's celebrate summer with the largest jewelry collection at the Gold and Diamond Source. Summer's here, the perfect time to shine with the exquisite June birthstones, pearl, alexandrite, and moonstone. Each gemstone carries its own unique significance and style, making them perfect for any summer occasion. Celebrate the milestone of a 30th anniversary with the timeless beauty of pearl, the traditional stone for this special occasion. Right now at Gold and Diamond Source, enjoy 5 years of interest-free financing. You can own a stunning $5,000 ring and pay just $83 a month with zero interest over 5 years. You can shop online and get 15% off the June birthstones at goldanddiamond.com. Now is the perfect time to buy because your Gold and Diamond Source piece never loses its value, and you can always trade up in the future. Make this summer unforgettable and visit Gold and Diamond Source, 3800 Ulmerton Road in Clearwater.
Thinking about buying your first home? Now, with Third Federal, you can buy your first home and pay no PMI. Hi, I'm Mark Stefanski, Chairman and CEO of Third Federal. Private mortgage insurance, or PMI, can cost thousands of dollars over the life of your loan. And you may not realize PMI doesn't protect you. It only protects the lender in case of default. But at Third Federal, you can buy a home with just 5% down and no PMI. Plus, first-time home buyers get $750 off of closing costs. So if you're thinking about buying your first home, go for it and visit thirdfederal.com.
Even before you find a home, lock in 6.625%, APR 6.685% on a 30-year fixed-rate purchase mortgage. Visit thirdfederal.com or call 1-800-3rd-FED today. APR reflects 15% down for $350,000 loan amount. Rate requires automatic payment program and is subject to change. Restrictions apply. See conditions for closing cost coupon at thirdfederal.com/FTHB. Equal housing lender.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, let's talk ED because millions of men experience it, but not everyone can access or afford treatments like Viagra. Well, Hims can help. Through Hims.com, you can get a full range of treatment options for ED, including daily or as-needed meds through a 100% online process. It all starts with an online intake form. Get started at hims.com/radio, and from there, a medical provider licensed in your state will determine if ED treatment is right for you. If prescribed, your medication is shipped to you for free. Find the ED treatment that fits your needs with options up to 95% less than the brand names. Millions of men experience ED, but Hims can help. To start your free online visit and save up to 95%, go to hims.com/radio. That's hims.com/radio for your free online visit. HIMS.com/RADIO.
John Senning here for Wild Fork Foods. Are you sick and tired of going to the grocery store and feeling like they just don't have enough options when it comes to protein? Well, check out Wild Fork. From rare cuts of meat like duck, rabbit, yak, venison, elk to the traditional stuff. Ground beef, chicken breasts, sausages, hot dogs, burgers, and more. They've got everything you're looking for at great prices that you can get delivered right to your home. You can pick up in store or just go on a shopping spree. They've got locations in South Tampa, St. Pete, and West Chase. Check them out online at wildforkfoods.com.
Time marches on, and a lot has changed. But one thing has not changed. Washington regulations on local stations. Regulations that make it tough for local TV and radio stations to compete with global big tech platforms. If you want to keep local news, weather, and live sports on TV and radio, we need updated regulations. Tell Washington to modernize the rules to help local stations compete. Learn more at nab.org/modernize the rules. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
This is the story of the one. As a lineman, he does whatever it takes to keep the power on in his community. And he wants a partner like Grainger who does the same. Grainger offers the professional-grade products he needs, from voltage detectors to harnesses to hard hats, plus fast, dependable delivery, so he can rise to every challenge. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Pro Paint Days are back at Lowe's, and My Lowe's Pro Rewards members can save even more with limited time deals. Right now, buy one, get one half off select HGTV Home by Sherwin-Williams primer and ceiling paint. Plus, get free same-day delivery to your job site when you order by 2 p.m. Offer valid through 6/13, delivery by 8 p.m., subject to driver availability. Additional terms apply. See Lowe's.com/same-day delivery for details.
As America's largest injury law firm, size is our strength. Morgan & Morgan.
1025 The Bone. Real Raw Radio. WHPT, Sarasota, Tampa, St. Pete. And 1073 WXGL HD2 St. Pete. Live from the WeatherTight Windows studio. Unique opinions, compelling conversation, and the best in afternoon entertainment. Now, the conversation continues on Drew Garabo Live.
Congratulations, you survived another weekend. Don't forget the Bone Beach Bash coming up next month. Sky Beach. Entire Bone lineup will be there. No one's forced to do anything. JP, don't you worry. You don't want to do karaoke. I promise you won't be marked absent. He seemed really upset about the fact that he might have to endure karaoke this morning.
I was about to ask you that.
Yeah, he was like, so, we don't gotta, do everything, right? Like, if I don't want to sit through pussy-ass Garabo's karaoke, that's how I heard it. I don't gotta do that, do I? No, bro, I don't know what our obligations are either. He seems to think they tell us stuff that they don't tell him. Trust me, they don't tell us anything. But it's going to be a great weekend. Sponsored by Neutral. The pig roast with Senning on Friday night. Karaoke with Garabo on Saturday. Pitbull Toddler on Saturday night. And then a hangover brunch on Sunday. It's going to be a hoot and a holler with all kinds of secret speakeasy type parties. And hopefully some boats will show up.
I think my brother's bringing his giant boat out and gonna dock it.
You have a brother?
Yeah, I have three.
You have three brothers?
Half brothers. I have three.
Oh, wow. So one of them is going to bring a boat?
Yes.
Oh, hell yeah.
I'll give you the access code.
Thank you. 800-771-1025 is the number. I will have a pair of Metallica tickets in my hand right now, email form. Thanks to Mike Olivero, gave us some great prizes. And if you can make a healthy argument against Pride or Pride Month, I'd certainly love to hear about it. You go to the local news channels and you see City of St. Pete kicking off Pride, City of Gulfport kicking off Pride, and I think that's awesome. You tell me why that bothers you in an effective manner. There's a good chance you might be going to see Metallica for free. Night one. We'll have Sunday tickets for you on tomorrow's show. Hello there. Welcome to Drew Garabo Live. Who are you?
Hey, Drew.
Hi.
It's Brandon. I called last week.
Hi, Brandon.
I'm a very pro Pride, if you know what I mean.
I don't know what you mean.
Back in the day, there was no hiding in the closet or don't ask, no tell. You just gave your buddy a wink and you know what was going on. You know what I mean?
No.
No? I thought you were a connoisseur of queers.
A connoisseur of queers.
That's new to me.
No, I never knew that you give your buddy a wink and he knows what's going on. So you're telling me that amongst your cohorts, when you be together watching Monday Night Football or something, when no one else is looking, you could just wink at one of your buddies and then he'd know what was up and then you guys would go boof each other?
Go to the closet. Yes, sir. That's why it's called in the closet.
Huh. Interesting. Yeah. No, it was unaware, but thank you, I suppose, for you didn't think that awful premise and even worse execution was going to even get you a whiff of those Metallica tickets, did you? Because I got to say, that is hot doo-doo.
I don't like Metallica.
That is hot doo-doo on top of flaming garbage, what you just did here on this radio program today. No offense.
That's okay. All offense token.
Good. All offense token.
I got to admit, Drew, I was charmed by him.
You taking Metallica. 800-771-1025. But thanks for the call, Brandon. Appreciate you, buddy. Hello, go ahead. You're on Drew Garabo Live.
Hey, Drew.
Yes, sir.
Hello. Hey, Drew, Mo. How you fellas doing today?
Really good. What's your name, sir?
Derek.
Hi, Derek.
Thanks.
Hi.
You know what's so funny? I don't have a hermaphrodite story. I don't have you some shit. That was unbelievable. But everybody always wants to justify these things with, I know somebody in this group, so it's justified. I know somebody in this group.
That's true.
But a month is a long time. There's only 12 of them. What about...
Wait, slow down with the math there, Chief. Hold on.
Yeah.
He's right.
What about a week? Everybody gets a week. Now there's 52. Now you can include a lot more groups, a lot more, international week, Black Week. When it goes on for a month, it almost seems, Black Month, you would call it, I know, but it almost seems like it loses its luster, loses its pizzazz after 20 days in. Are you really thinking about it?
Well,
I know
to your point, people do seem to get worked up over the first couple of days, and then like halfway through, it does kind of lose a little bit of its pizzazz.
Listen, I can't speak for all the other groups, but you give the brothers a month, and then you try and pare it down to a week. There's going to be some issues.
There will be amongst the gays, amongst the blacks, amongst anyone you try to reduce that. And by the way, how many weeks did you say there were in a year, sir?
How many what?
How many weeks? How many weeks did you say there were in a year?
52.
Oh, you could fit these two nuts all over your face?
No.
Come on, man. Dummy. 800-771-1025. And yes, I do have two. One of them is just a little prosthetic. Hello, who are you?
Yeah, hey, Drew, this is Jake.
No, it's not. It's my brother, Dave.
Hey, it's your brother, Dave. Hey, I wanted to say two things. Nobody should really care about how long anybody gets for a month or stuff like that. You can love whoever you want.
Sure.
And the same thing, Calta was talking this morning about how he watches porn for the comedy. So TV might have been there for the comedy show.
I can see that. Like, there are some entertaining, I don't know if I'd go so far as to say funny. I'm trying to think what porno I've seen that I would think is intentionally funny.
I don't think there is. You might watch. There's unintentional funny in porn, but I don't know anybody that's pulling up porn so that they can get a good laugh.
Are there comedic adult films? Here we go. Generating AI. Yes, there are comedy adult films. Oh, Zach and Miri make a porno.
Yeah.
Those aren't porno movies.
No.
Those are adult comedies. I want comedy adult. 800-771-1025. Hello there, Drew Garabo Live.
Hey, Drew, I was just calling in. Well, one, I'd like to say good evening to you guys. I listen to you every evening on the way home.
Thanks, man.
I was just calling in to touch a little bit on the whole Pride Month and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Myself, personally, I look at them as tools of division, right?
Yep.
It gives people a platform to stand on and just say, okay, we're different. When, in all reality, we're human, irregardless of anything else.
Well,
you know,
you're not wrong. We
Just
are
a little
human.
nugget.
And I respect what you're saying, but we are human, yet we are all different. Like, we may indeed fall under human as a species, but, like, not everyone is Jewish, not everyone is black, not everyone is Czechoslovakian, not everyone is gay, not everyone is a woman. We should celebrate our differences. We shouldn't act like we are all the same just because we're human.
Sure, but it's also a tool of decisiveness, right? Division.
Isn't
all
everything
of that stuff divides us?
Isn't everything these days, though? Like I'm Jewish, and there are people who would say from the river to the sea and try to shoot a Molotov cocktail at me. Everything is a potential tool of division. I think we can celebrate our differences without dividing us. Like, okay, you don't understand why there needs to be a Pride Day or Pride Month or Pride Week or whatever. I do. Let's talk about it. You were raised in the church, so you're raised to believe that Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve. I hate that one so much.
I know.
We could talk about it. We could talk about these things that separate us without dividing us. Hello there. Who are you?
Hey, Drew. This is Chuck.
You just tell right away sometimes. Yeah. 800-771-1025. Thanks, though, Chuck. Nice try.
Can't be an inauthentic Chuck.
No. Charles, Charlie, you could be inauthentic, but not Chuck. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey, how are you? Hey, look, I'm just calling in because of the Pride Month.
Yes, sir.
I got nothing wrong with gays, but it's been a while now, and I think they're getting a lot more accepted.
Sure.
Maybe they should, because gay stands for happiness, they should change the name the Happiness Parade. So then everybody could go down and be like happy with them. But if you're with a guy, that ain't got nothing to do with me.
Oh.
Your happiness has nothing to do with my happiness. If I'm upset that you're with another man, that's on me.
Yeah.
So shouldn't it just be like the Happiness Month so that everybody's involved? So like, say a straight guy that isn't so much into gay guys goes down there and he's accepted as well. I mean, he's like, this ain't so bad. These guys are having a great time. They're having a better time than I am.
You know what? I just looked up why gay is called gay, to your point, and thank you very much, because I never really knew why the term gay, because back in the day, we'll have a gay old time. What is that? We'll have a gay old time. It's Flintstones.
Yeah.
And Fred and Barney certainly weren't getting gay with each other, or were they? But, a gay affair just meant, it didn't mean like your husband was banging a dude. It just mean, that's a happy party. The term gay to describe homosexuality evolved over times with its early meanings related to joy, cheerfulness, and showiness.
Kind of co-opted it.
Yeah. In the 19th century, gay was used to describe prostitutes. And this usage may have contributed to the word's association with homosexuality. Homosexuals adopted the term gay in the 20th century as a self-identifier, reclaiming it from its negative connotations and embracing its positive origins. It originally meant joyful, carefree, or bright and showy. Yeah, I'd co-opt that term too. Gay.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Black has taken my sight, taken my brain, taken my hearing. I'm okay with women being gay, but guys, get out of here.
If you thought for a second that was going to get you Metallica tickets, you don't know me very well. And those who, to your point, and shout out to my buddy Adam who texted me the same thing, there is such hypocrisy because those who are so anti-gay will watch lesbian porn in a second.
Oh, yeah.
Because to them, that's not gay. That's two women. Well, guess what? Two women being with each other, it's not only beautiful, it's gay as hell. Hello, who are you?
What's up, Drew?
Hi.
Hey, buddy. I'm going to tell you this coming from being the father of a gay boy, gay man now.
Okay.
And all of their friends are more on the Republican side when it comes to politics. I feel like the Pride Month, gays are more accepted now than they ever have been. And the Pride Month is more destructive because it gives all these people that are a-holes a platform to complain. And I feel like there's so much acceptance that if we eliminated the Pride Month, there'd be less of this confrontation with people. And most of the young men that hang around with my son, they're all kind of in the same agreement. And I don't know if that comes with a political affiliation versus their gay affiliation, but a lot of them feel like the Pride Month is so destructive amongst people that just don't get it, that they feel like if it were to go away, we wouldn't have as much of this hate online over it.
But Art, and the only part I'll really take an issue with what you said is, are gays really accepted now more than they ever have been? Because you see a whole lot of negative. If you go to any news station or any City of St. Pete or anybody that's touting Pride, you will look at the comments, and that might make you think twice about gays being more accepted than they ever have been.
Well, I think the keyboard warriors, it's easy. I feel like in society, it's way more accepted than it ever has been. I don't feel like you see as many people not wanting to make a cake, not wanting to do business. And maybe I'm a little shaded because of my situation as far as my son.
Sure.
But I feel like I do a lot of business with different gay entrepreneurs. We advertise in what used to be considered the gay yellow pages. It's all online now.
Right.
So I
get
maybe
you.
it's my perspective, but I just feel like, and the gay community I'm around, it feels like it makes it more of a target in the open market for people.
It does.
And that platform for more hate.
It does. It absolutely does. But, and this is a weird thing to say, but the fact that it does get so much hate and vitriol means that we're not quite where we need to get to yet. But to your point, if you were to take away Pride, those people would still feel that way. You wouldn't know that they feel that way. It does give a voice to the bigots of the world, but maybe we should know who those bigots are. Like when I see someone on social media, decrying Pride and how wrong it is and demonic and et cetera, I'm sad for them, but I'm glad I know who they are. I know that I don't want to be associated with them. Hello there. Who are you?
Yes, hi, this is Brad.
Hi, Brad. What's up?
Hey, how we doing? I was calling about the Pride Month, and I was thinking that they should maybe have how they have First Friday. They should have a Pride event like the first week of every month, so then they could celebrate each and every month of the year, and they wouldn't have just the 1 month set aside.
That's an interesting idea. People love a First Friday.
Yeah.
You have First Friday. You go down to the Grand Central District in St. Pete, and everybody has First Friday. First Friday's awesome. Hello.
Hello there.
Hi.
Okay, so here's my idea. I do like the Friday thing.
Thank you.
But what if we were to do away with Pride Month, not because we hate it, but because Pride Month has outgrown itself. I think that we need recognition every day. And so how would we do that? Like maybe every day, every week, or something close to that where we have another gender that's focused on that we can educate people about. Myself, as a teacher, I was teaching creative writing, and I had a student that was doing character profiling for something he was writing. And he had all these flags posted up for all these characters. I was like, what's this? He's like, this is their gender. And it's surprising how much I didn't know. I'm a Gen Xer, and so I totally wasn't caught up on any of this. And so I thought that maybe if we were to outgrow just a month and extend it to the entire year, I think it'd be more appropriate.
Pride year is going to be a tough one, though, man. That's
I mean, what are we doing here?
One guy wants to reduce it to like a week. One guy wants to go a day, and that guy wants to go, it's gay year. Some lady messaged me on Facebook, love you, Drew, but asking for homophobes to give their side, well, that's homophobic. No, Betty, it's not. Betty, I would just like to know what we're up against.
Yeah.
Betty, I would like for people to explain why they have a problem with Pride Month. Betty. How to tell that you might be too old to listen to 102.5 The Bone. Your name is Betty. Hello.
Hey, Drew. My name is Laura.
Laura, that's a nice young girl's name. What's going on?
Absolutely.
You ain't no Betty.
No.
So a couple of things. Being of the alphabet community myself.
Which one are you? Are you a Q? Are you a B? Are you an L? What the hell letter are you?
I'm an L.
You just ain't met the right man yet. You like JoJo Siwa. You just need a good night with Mickey Rourke, and then we'll set you straight, pun intended.
You wouldn't be surprised how many times I'm told that in like
gross.
Period.
So gross.
So I understand why some people, of the community don't appreciate Pride themselves. And that's just because of how some of the extremes of it's not a reason to go and act insane and act a fool. You're still, if you're doing something where there's going to be families, you need to act in a family way.
Yeah.
But the other way to look at it too is we still have Black History Month. We still have Women's History Month. We still, different communities have Latin Heritage Month. We have those because there's it's necessary to educate yourself on other people.
Yeah.
It's not that anybody's trying to throw it in your face. It's a reason to learn about somebody who's different. Take a moment. And you may not think about the gay community all the time. There's people out there who don't think about the Black community. They don't think about what women had to go through. They don't think about what marginalized communities had to do. It's a way to call attention to it and to say, we need to keep learning about these things. So hopefully these things stop happening.
Yeah, and you, to your point, we focus so much on the Pride Month controversy that we never really delve into why there needs to be a Pride Month. What happened with Matthew Shepard when he was jumped by a bunch of bigots and dragged behind their car and killed? What struggled? Who was Harvey Milk? What was up with the Stonewall riots in New York? Like, we don't really get into any of the nuts and bolts of it when we're so singularly focused on why people so damn big mad about Pride Month.
Right. You should never want to stop celebrating. If somebody's looking for a reason to celebrate a certain community, whatever it is, you should celebrate that. If you go down to Ybor and you go down during, the Italian festival, you're celebrating the Italian community. Celebrate the people who want to celebrate themselves.
Yeah, that's a damn good point. That's a great call. Thank you. I can't give you the tickets because you're not a homophobe, but it was a great call. Drew Garabo Live, hello.
Hey, Drew. The truth is that everybody's gay. It's just some are more gay than others.
I mean,
some honestly, will admit it, some will admit it, and others won't.
That's about the best call that I've received on the subject. Everybody's damn gay. All right, no winners, so we're gonna go with Plan B, which was Metallica trivia.
Oh,
I know, but I want to make sure a real big Metallica fan gets these tickets. So if you think you know Metallica, 800-771-1025. I was gonna go true false and make it yeah. Or no. I'm still not sure, though. I'm not going to do that. So we'll give away Metallica Night 1 tickets next on Drew Garabo Live. Universal Roof and Contracting reminds you that with all this wet weather, you might have noticed that your roof has a hole in it. You might have noticed that your ceiling is leaking. Have Universal Roof and Contracting come out and give you a free roof inspection. Just go to universalroof.com. Let's say they poke around and they find a couple of holes, some flashing issues, some shingle issues. They're going to give you a 15% discount for roof replacement or repairs. Financing options are available. Monthly payments as low as $115. Universal Roof and Contracting has been in business for 32 years. I know you can trust them because they did work for me back about 21 years ago. They are veteran-owned with a great reputation. You will love the work done by Universal Roof and Contracting. Just go to universalroof.com.
You're listening to Drew Garabo Live on 102.5 The Bone. Tell us what you think. Head to the 102.5 The Bone app now and leave us an open mic. The Open Mic on the free 102.5 The Bone app is sponsored by 1-800-ASK-GARY. Now, A Bone traffic update from the Farah and Farah Personal Injury Attorneys Traffic Center.
In the downtown Tampa interchange, a disabled vehicle along westbound I-4 is at the right lane block at the ramp onto northbound I-275. Traffic is stop and go back toward the Summon connector. There's also a disabled vehicle southbound along Bruce B. Downs near Fletcher causing some blockage. In Pinellas, an earlier crash along northbound US 19 at Gateway Center Boulevard is at the right turn lane block. To the north of Palm Harbor, road workers at both directions of alternate 19 shut down between Alderman and Klosterman. This is Jim with traffic.
Brought to you by Universal Roof and Contracting. Get 15% off roof repairs or replacement and monthly payments as low as $115 a month. Check them out before rainy season at universalroof.com.
One of the things with running is I want to enjoy the run, but I never made it very far because the arches in my feet just killed me. So when I got to the end of my rope and I said I have to do something to get rid of the pain, and a couple people recommended the Good Feet store to me. I loved how I could go in and get a free personalized arch support fitting. They put that time, that work, that effort into helping you find the right arch supports. And you can walk around the store with these in your shoes and try them out before you purchase them. So after I got my arch supports, the arches on my feet stopped hurting and the pain instantly, literally instantly went away. So if you have pain, go. Find a Good Feet store and go. There is an answer. Find the simple solution that will get rid of your pain. I'm Rondi, and that's my Good Feet story.
See how Good Feet arch supports work for you before you buy with a free fitting and test walk at the Good Feet store.
Visit any of our 5 locations throughout Tampa, St. Petersburg, and Sarasota, and at goodfeet.com.
Looking for expert construction services in Tampa Bay? Waterman Construction Group is your go-to for commercial and residential projects. From demolition to new HVAC, patios, pavers, and driveways, they've got you covered. Whether it's a new build, a remodel, or storm repair, Waterman Construction handles your project from start to finish with personalized service, honest pricing, and guaranteed same-day response. Visit watermanconstructiongroup.com or give them a call at 813-715-7383. Waterman Construction. Your vision is their mission. Call them today and tell them you heard about it on the Mike Calta Show.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. If you or anyone in your family has been injured in a car accident, call us now, as the time to file a claim may be limited. Last year, more clients hired Morgan & Morgan than ever before, protecting America, fighting for you. Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
The guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate is the easiest way to sell your home. You can save time, make the most money, and eliminate all the hassle this summer. Hey, it's JP, and I'm here in the studio with Mark of Mark Spain Real Estate. Mark, what is it about the guaranteed offer that makes selling a home so simple and stress-free?
Selling your home with a guaranteed offer is the absolute easiest way to sell your home. It's all cash, which means there's no loan contingencies, and you can close quickly on your timeline so you can move on to the next chapter of your life stress-free. It's really that simple.
Don't just take our word for it. Mark Spain Real Estate has over 13,000 five-star reviews, making them the most trusted and experienced real estate team in the U.S. Skip the stress, make the most money, and sell your home fast this summer with the guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. Find out what your guaranteed offer would be. There's no obligation. Go to markspain.com to get the guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
Medical malpractice and nursing home abuse cases are difficult, and the stories are heartbreaking. At Bernetti PA, we fight to make sure your story is heard loud and clear. We know you may not have been ready. Call 1-800-BERNETTI. We're ready. Offices Tampa, Lakeland, Pinellas.
Did you know even the smallest increase in mortgage rates can cost you thousands of dollars over the life of your loan? Hi, I'm Mark Stefanski, Chairman and CEO of Third Federal. It's true, even a 0.25% change in rate can cost you thousands of dollars over the life of your mortgage. But with Third Federal's new Early Rate Lock, you don't have to take chances. Early Rate Lock is the only pre-approval that locks in your rate at pre-approval, even before you find a house. Plus, we're so confident that our rates are the lowest, if you find a lower rate, we'll beat it or give you $1,000. And now through June 30th, get pre-approved with Third Federal and we'll pay all of your closing costs. So don't wait. Call Third Federal today.
Right now with Third Federal, even before you find a home, lock in 6.625%, APR 6.685% on a 30-year fixed-rate purchase mortgage. Visit thirdfederal.com or call 1-800-3RD-FED today. APR reflects 15% down for $350,000 loan amount. Rate requires automatic payment program and is subject to change. Restrictions apply. Zero closing costs on low-cost loans only. See conditions for lowest rate guarantee at thirdfederal.com. Equal housing lender.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans,
everyday life has become filled with barriers. So we build specially adapted homes at Homes for Our Troops. And thanks to our donors and supporters, this life-changing gift of freedom is provided mortgage-free to these veterans. But we need you to join us, too, in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
Are you a parent of a 2 to 8-year-old? Listen closely for an exciting offer, then head to abcmouse.com/radio to learn more. By now, you've probably heard of ABC Mouse.
ABC Mouse is like a little one-on-one teacher. It has helped her so much.
We're offering a promo at abcmouse.com/radio to try it for free for a month, then $14.99 per month until canceled. Go to abcmouse.com/radio to see this offer. That's abcmouse.com/radio. Actual ABC Mouse users compensated for their testimonials, sponsored by Age of Learning.
Experience the summer of music with Neutral and 102.5 The Bone. You could win tickets to some of the biggest shows of the year, including Thomas Rhett, The Weeknd, Jason Aldean, or you could win one of dozens of Neutral prizes like coolers and hats. Neutral. Keep it tasty. Just visit any participating Circle K location in Florida and scan the QR code on the Neutral Summer of Music poster to enter.
Involved in a car accident? We understand the pressure you're under. Call Farah and Farah, Tampa.
Now, a weather update from the Sun Toyota Weather Center.
SunToyota.com. I'm Fox 13 Chief Meteorologist Paul Delgado. Somewhat unsettled weather next couple of days. A couple showers around overnight tonight. Lows in the low 70s and kind of cloudy on Tuesday with a scattering of showers and storms. Some could be heavy. Highs only in the mid-80s.
Now, back to Real Raw Radio. Sponsored by Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Now, back to Drew Garabo Live.
Let's win you night one Metallica tickets, thanks to Mike Olivero. Phones are currently full, so I won't even give you the phone numbers that you could dial if we had an open line, which we do not. Hi there, who are you?
Hey, Drew, it's Terry. Let me get you off Bluetooth.
All right. I'll wait.
Hey, I'm there.
All right, cool.
What's up, bud?
Hey, man, how are you doing today?
Doing great, Drew.
Excellent, excellent. You here to try to win some Metallica tickets?
Yeah, let's go for it.
All right. You get one wrong answer, and we boot you, okay? You got to get them all right.
All right, let's go.
In what city was Metallica formed?
Oh, that's California.
That's a state.
San Francisco.
Incorrect. 800-771-1025.
Sounded so confident.
Very auspicious beginning. He did reek of confidence, but unfortunately he also reeked. Hello, who are you?
Hello, this is Jason.
Jason, what's up, buddy?
Not too much. How you doing?
I'm really good, man. You want to win some Metallica tickets?
Well, let's go for it.
In which city was Metallica formed?
I was hoping you weren't going to ask the same one. I was going to say San Fran also, but I'll go San Diego.
And I'll go San. See you later. 800-771-1025. You've only got about 500 more cities in California. Hello, who are you?
Hey, it's Ross.
What up, Ross?
What up?
In what city was Metallica formed?
Los Angeles.
In what year was Metallica formed?
Gosh, 81, I think.
Is correct. What is the title of Metallica's? Not it. That's a curse word. 800-771-1025. If you curse, you are gone. If you do not know an answer and say, I do not know, I would encourage you to guess. But if you say the S word, you get the heave-ho. Hello, Drew Garabo Live. Who are you?
Dan.
How we doing, Dan?
Doing well, sir.
Good, Dan. I'm looking for a big Metallica fan that I can reward with free tickets for night one. Do you already have your tickets?
No, I don't.
Dan, what is the title of Metallica's debut studio album?
Kill 'Em All.
And in what year was it released?
1983.
We've got a real Metallica fan here on the line, Mo.
Now.
Which Metallica song features the lyric, exit, light, enter, night?
Enter Sandman.
That is the lead single from an album often called The Black Album. What is the actual title of that album?
I believe it's Metallica.
It is self-titled. Ooh, I love this guy. He really, really knows it. Who is Metallica's rhythm guitarist and lead vocalist?
That would be Mr. James Hetfield.
Founding member of Metallica.
Throwing him some softballs.
You know, he proved himself worthy. He, along with the other co-founding member, who is the drummer, who's named
Lars Ulrich.
Is correct. And then their bassist, Cliff Burton, tragically died in a tour bus accident in what year?
I believe 86.
Wow, this guy really knows his Metallica. Do you know where that happened?
Was it Oslo, Sweden?
Oslo's not in Sweden, but it was in Sweden. Oslo's in Norway. But yes, that did happen in Sweden. This guy really, really knows his Metallica. Who replaced Cliff Burton as Metallica's bassist?
That would be first Jason Newsted.
How many studio albums did Jason Newsted record with Metallica?
I believe 4.
This guy knows his Metallica.
He named pausing.
Which album came out in 1988 and is known for its intricate compositions and lengthy songs, including the title track?
And Justice for All.
To win this pair of Metallica tickets, Metallica won their first Grammy for Best Metal Performance in 1990. What was the song?
1990. It was.
Come on.
Unforgiven?
Oh, no, not all the way up to the finish line.
What was that song? Caller?
For Whom the Bell Tolls.
What was that song, caller?
Hello? If you're talking to me, it's One.
I am talking to you. And it is One. I got to give you another question. I can't just let you have them, but you're absolutely correct. Which documentary film follows Metallica during a recording of an album and explores their interpersonal struggles?
Oh, I know this one.
Me too.
You got it in front of you.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I knew it already.
Some Kind of Monster?
That is correct. Clearly cheating.
I know. There was a lot of Googling going on.
A whole lot of Googling. You got to answer right away. What album were they recording during the Some Kind of Monster documentary?
Boy. Was I Seeing Anger?
Yeah, it was. On Metallica's live album S&M, what does S&M stand for?
Oh, man. Is that the one that they had the Bob Seger song?
It's not Seeger in Metallica, if that's what you're saying.
It was...
Time to turn the page on this caller.
You're making some night moves, Mo. Hello there. Who are you?
This is Kyle.
Kyle, on the Metallica's live album S&M, what does S&M stand for?
I don't know. I'm sorry.
That's all right. Hi there, Drew Garabo Live. Who are you?
Sam, how are you guys?
Really good, Sam. On Metallica's live album S&M, what does S&M stand for?
Symphony of Metallica?
What symphony orchestra collaborated with Metallica on that album?
Not the London. San Francisco Symphony, if I'm not mistaken.
You are not mistaken. Correct. Who performed the lead guitar parts on Metallica's debut album, Kill 'Em All?
That would have been, Kirk Hammett, right?
Yes, and he replaced whom just before the recording of Kill 'Em All?
It wasn't Cliff.
Nope.
Just to say it, I didn't know what's wrong with Cliff Burton. Just because I
He
don't
was a
know the answer.
bassist, not a guitarist. Come on, you know this. Maybe not.
So easy.
No, I'm drawing a blank. I mean, maybe McGovney?
You do that thing where you say a name,
Maybe,
but you call it. Yeah.
Was it John Cocos?
Yeah. Was it McGovney?
oh, no, I think it was...
Nice try.
Hello, who are you?
Scott.
Scott, Kurt Hammett recorded the lead guitar parts on Kill 'Em All. Who did he replace just before the recording of that album?
I think it was Dave Mustaine, but I might be wrong.
Nope, you're not wrong. And what year was that album released?
Oh, Kill 'Em All was released in the early 80s.
Come on.
Just probably 82.
Ooh. Hello there, who are you? I don't like the background noise. Hello, who are you?
Dan.
Kirk Hammett replaced Dave Mustaine just before the recording of Kill 'Em All, performing all the lead guitar parts on the album, which was released in what year?
82.
That's what the last guy guessed. Still wrong. Drew Garabo Live, who are you?
Hey, Frank from Valrico.
What up, Frank from Valrico? How we doing today?
I'm doing excellent.
Good. Kirk Hammett replaced Dave Mustaine just before the recording of Kill 'Em All, which was released in what year?
Oh, great year. 84, right?
I mean, 84 was a great year, but that wasn't it. Drew Garabo Live, who are you? What year was Kill 'Em All released?
1983.
We have our winner. What's your name?
Oh, my name's Kent.
Ken. Congratulations.
Man,
you, sir, are going to night one of Metallica.
1983 was the last time I saw them live.
Wow.
Stop it. So here we are, what, 42 years later, if my math is correct? Talk to me about what it was like to see him back then.
They played at a roller rink in New Jersey. It was the Kill 'Em All for One tour where they toured with Raven. I still got the T-shirt.
Oh, my God, dude. And you haven't seen him since?
Actually, I did see him one more time in Allentown Fairgrounds. I think it was 84-ish, maybe 88. And that was the last time I seen them live.
Damn. How come it's been so long? Did you have a falling out with the band?
No. Back then, I was a teenager, and some buddies of mine that lived around the corner, they knew a guy who knew Johnny Zazula, and we used to go to the Route 18 flea market where Johnny Z had a Rock and Roll Heaven booth. It was called Rock and Roll Heaven, where he sold all records and tapestries and pins and posters, all that crap,
Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, it was pretty awesome going to see them.
Very cool.
We got to meet. I met the band and stuff. We got pictures with them and stuff.
Love that. Well, you're going to see him again this weekend, this Friday night. You got night one tickets, man. Congrats. Who are you taking with you?
That is incredible.
Hell yeah.
I appreciate it so much.
Oh yeah, of course. Who are you taking with you?
Well, the wifey, if she wants to go.
There you go. And if she doesn't, you find yourself a new wifey, right?
Yeah, maybe not so much.
All right.
I'll find someone to go.
All right. Will you hang on one second, and I'm going to get your information, and we'll get you hooked up with night one tickets, man. Congrats to you, brother.
Oh, man, I appreciate it. Thanks so much.
Hell yeah. Oh, that guy sounded like he really appreciated it and really needed
83, 84, that's 20-some years.
You love to hear it. Say, Maurice, what do we got coming up in the Mo Better?
Oh, Trace motorcycle stories. I don't want to live with you, Dad. And what do you have, Mark Marone?
Pinchasers.net to find out nightly specials for Pin Chasers. There are 4 area locations to serve you, and they all serve up bowling, food, and fun. You will have a great time with the entire family at the Pin Chasers on Armenia, on Hillsborough, in Pasco County, or in Brandon. Today, seeing as it is Monday, starting at 9 p.m., $12.99 unlimited bowling, and it is Dollar Mania. $1 draft beer, $1 Pepsi products, $1 pizza, $1 hot dogs. Go to pinchasers.net to reserve a lane. You can go on specific locations like the Veterans, the Midtown, the East Pasco, or Brandon. Tons of fun indoors, rain or shine, at Pin Chasers. Go to pinchasers.net for more details.
You're listening to Drew Garabo live on 102.5 The Bone. The Bone Bonus is back. The Bone is giving you $1,000 5 times a day, every weekday. Just listen for the Bone Bonus keyword at 8, 10, noon, 2, and 5. Head over to the free 102.5 The Bone app and enter the keyword for your chance to win $1,000. It's the Bone Bonus. Presented to you by Farah and Farah, Tampa's accident attorneys. FarahandFarah.com. The Bone Bonus is back. 102.5 The Bone. Real, raw radio. Now, a Bone traffic update from the Farah and Farah Personal Injury Attorneys Traffic Center.
In the downtown Tampa interchange, a disabled vehicle along westbound I-4 is at the right lane block at the ramp onto northbound I-275. Traffic is stop and go back toward the Summon connector. There's also a disabled vehicle southbound along Bruce B. Downs near Fletcher causing some blockage. In Pinellas, an earlier crash along northbound US 19 at Gateway Center Boulevard is at the right turn lane blocked. To the north of Palm Harbor, road work is at both directions of alternate 19 shut down between Alderman and Klosterman. This is Jim with traffic.
Accidents don't happen between the hours of 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. And that's exactly why the team at Farah and Farah is available to take your calls 24/7. If you've got questions, they've got answers. For a Farah fight, day or night, you know who to call. Tampa.
Shark Coast Tactical is bringing the heat, well, quietly, with the B&T Hush Puppy Party this Saturday, June 7th. Get hands-on with the latest in suppressed firepower from B&T USA, including the legendary Hush Puppy line. Will has already special ordered a limited supply. Don't miss these insane one-day deals. It's the B&T Hush Puppy Party this Saturday, June 7th. Shark Coast Tactical is often imitated, never duplicated. The shop is slinging freedom from 10 to 6 daily. Closed on Sunday and open online 24/7 at sharkcoasttactical.com. Shark Coast Tactical is on Bee Ridge Road in Sarasota. Look for them on social media and tell them Mike Calta sent you.
It's IDC's most anticipated event of the year. 0% financing for 5 years. That's right. High interest rates have been put on hold at International Diamond Center. Now through June, you can make any purchase and spread your payments out to 2030 without paying a dime in interest. Engagement rings, wedding bands, eternity bands, earrings, pendants, and our largest selection ever of certified hand-picked diamonds and exclusive designer fashion jewelry. Pick any item, celebrate your love, get the value price you deserve, then spread your payments over 5 years. That $6,000 pair of diamond earrings is just $100 a month. That $12,000 engagement ring is just $200 a month. Everything's affordable with this amazing offer. 0 interest all the way to 2030. There's just one catch. This is a limited time offer just for the month of June. So don't wait. Let IDC help you get the jewelry you've been dreaming of at a price and payment you didn't think was possible anymore. International Diamond Center in Tampa, Clearwater, Lakeland, and Sarasota. Excludes Rolex. Details and more at shopidc.com on approved credit.
The heat is on, and when the heat is on, your AC is on. And when the AC is on, your money is gone. But Solar Bear has a better way to cool down your bills. Go solar now and get 12 months with 0 power payments. That's a full year of energy on the house, literally and figuratively. Solar Bear is Florida's trusted solar company, locally owned, going 10 years strong and backed by thousands of 5-star reviews. Stop letting the power company cash in on your summer, and more importantly, stop renting your power from the power companies. Call Solar Bear or visit solarbear.com and own your power before prices rise again.
Market volatility isn't slowing down. If you're nearing retirement, now is not the time to wait and see. Every day of uncertainty can put your future at risk. It's time to diversify. I'm Jeff Jr. with Trajan Wealth, and I want you to know you can create certainty, locking in guaranteed income for life. This means predictable, stable cash flow, even in turbulent times. You've worked too hard to leave your retirement to chance. Right now, there are options to receive up to 30% upfront or annual growth of up to 10% for retirement income. That's up to $30,000 upfront or up to $10,000 per year on $100,000, all guaranteed for retirement income. Don't wait. Call Trajan today at 813-550-1000. That's 813-550-1000.
Annuity guarantees are based on the claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company. Any examples provided are hypothetical. Annuities are issued with prospectus and sales brochures and should be reviewed carefully before funding as features and benefits vary. DBA in most states as Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions.
As the old saying goes, size matters.
At Morgan & Morgan, we have over 1,000 lawyers and nearly 6,000 people on staff.
But at the core, this is and always has been a family business.
Our family watching out for your family.
Call us or email us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, even on a Saturday or a Sunday.
And if you ever have a problem, call our mom.
Morgan & Morgan.
For the people and your family. Injured? Dial pound law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
The guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate is the easiest way to sell your home. You can save time, make the most money, and eliminate all the hassle this summer. Hey, it's JP, and my friends at Mark Spain Real Estate can sell your home with the strongest all-cash offer in the industry and help you move on your timeline. With over 67,000 satisfied clients, you could trust the most experienced real estate team in the U.S. to sell your home fast and for maximum profit. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today and start packing.
If you're the victim of a car crash, take back control of your life. Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
1025 The Bone. Real Raw Radio. WHPT, Sarasota, Tampa, St. Pete. And 107.3 WXGL HD2 St. Pete. Live from the WeatherTight Windows studio. Unique opinions, compelling conversation, and the best in afternoon entertainment. Now, the conversation continues on Drew Garabo Live.
Newsflash.
I have news. You may hear news elsewhere, but it definitely won't be Mo Better Than This.
Well, anyway, we're going to do a tune called
Mo Better News, right now on Drew Garabo Live.
Before we get into it, let me give you a couple of facts about Michelob Ultra Zero, or Mick Ultra Zero. It only has 29 calories per can. It only has 6.5 carbs per can. That is half of the leading brand of non-alcoholic drinks. Now, why am I talking about this? Because it's a lifestyle thing, and I'm at a point in my life where I've made a lifestyle decision to cut back on alcohol. It's not something where you have to say, I want to get rid of it altogether, but every now and again, you want to get in shape. Every now and again, you just need a break. You want to detox that body. Every now and again, you're just that person that does not need alcohol at all, but loves the socialization aspect of it. Well, Mick Ultra Zero is the zero alcohol beverage for you, because it is the closest in taste to its counterpart, which is the great and fantastic taste of Mick Ultra. I tried all of them. I promise you this. And there were some that were okay, but I would always find myself settling. Since January of 2025, Mick Ultra Zero has been on the market, and it is absolutely fantastic. Again, you can just use it as a spacer, you can use it as a life changer, or you can use it to change out a beer that was zero alcohol that you just didn't really like. It is a perfect non-alcoholic brew for me and you with an active lifestyle that alcohol can disrupt. It's available at Publix, Walmart, Winn-Dixie. You can also order it out at the Wheelhouse, 10 Pin Bowling, Tiki Tim's, Locals, Emerald, St. Pete Country Club, Ferg's, One Night Stand, Thomas P's out in Carrollwood, and you can also get it out at Black Rock. It is Mick Ultra Zero. I cannot tell you one reason. Actually, ask me how many reasons I can give you not to try Mick Ultra Zero, Drew.
So say, Maurice, I forgot. No, how many reasons could you give me to not try that Mick?
Zero, Drew. Oh. You already know that. Stop asking me dumb questions.
Right, you told me to.
Oh, sorry about that. Mick Ultra Zero. Drew, we started off the show, or into it, talking about the Pride Month. Well, St. Pete is going to kick off Pride Month with a colorful celebration on Central Avenue. Sunday's block party marked the start of it. That's 23rd annual Pride celebration. See, St. Pete was ahead of the curve.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why, but they just were.
Yep.
And they had.
It's a gay ass city. I mean, I say that in the most awesome way possible, but it is festive, zesty, and gay as hell.
Festive and zesty. All right. There you go. We want this month to really create spaces of love and joy and resistance in that love and joy, and make sure we surround this community with the love that lifts people up, said St. Pete Pride Board of Directors President Dr. Byron Green Kalish. He said that for him, Pride Month is about recognizing the accomplishments that have been made to get here, but also continuing the fight for equality. 10 years ago, I would not be able to marry my husband to adopt my child, said Green Kalish. Lisa Winkle has come to every Pride event since St. Pete began its inception of it. She comes to celebrate her identity, but to also encourage others to come out as they are.
Hell yeah. Love is love.
And in addition to your comment on other people's comments where they're shoving it down our throat, if you don't stand there with your mouth agape at something you just don't understand or disagree with, then you can't shove it down your throat.
Yeah, it's true.
You close your mouth and move along.
Good point.
Mouth breathers you. Tell me if this is good, Drew. Tampa Bay Lightning signed forward Yanni Gourde. Tell me if I'm saying that right.
You are.
Gourde to a 6-year contract.
Great. Phenomenal. Fan favorite. It's a team-friendly contract. Everything good.
6-year contract worth $2.33 million.
Per year.
How you players not getting that football money?
Yeah, no, they're not. The NHL does not market as well as the NFL does, so the contracts tend to be lower. Even though, in my opinion, these guys are the elite athletes on the planet.
All right. In March 2025, the Lightning reacquired Gourde 33 as part of a 3-team trade deal with the Detroit Red Wings and the Seattle Kraken. After the acquisition, Gourde collected 13 assists, 14 points with the Bolts last season, and ranked third amongst all Lightning players for assists. I cannot argue with those.
Great to get him back.
Before I move on from sports, but you got to tell me about them Knicks, Drew.
I got to say, I'm glad I put money in Indiana on that last game.
My Hard Rock app's looking a little light, bruh.
Man, you should have taken Indiana in that closeout game.
And I quote, "There is no way." Every time you start a bet with "there is no way," I need to immediately flee to the other bet.
Yep. If I sound like I know what I'm talking about, take the other side.
Man sues Disney over water slides, exhilarating speeds, alleges permanent injuries. Eugene Strickland is suing Walt Disney Parks and Resort for negligence after he was injured on the downhill double dip. It's called the downhill double dipper, dummy.
And this dude was 300-something pounds. He was over the weight capacity.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Strickland, who was over the ride's weight limit,
come on, rub-a-dub,
claims he became airborne. First off, nobody's going to believe he became airborne at 380 pounds, causing his inner tube to dislodge and resulting in permanent injuries. The lawsuit alleges Disney allowed unsafe use of the slide and failed to properly inspect and maintain the area. Come on,
I mean, if you're over the posted weight limit and you ride that ride, you get what's coming to you.
Yes, 34 pounds over the ride's posted weight limit. And understand something, if you're 334 pounds, you might as well assume you're 400.
Correct.
I mean, come on. All right. I have a couple of motorcycle stories. They're kind of different. Three, as a matter of fact. 2 motorcyclists injured after hitting alligator on I-4. I told you these alligators in 2025 are becoming brazen, Drew.
Crazy.
Brazen. 2 motorcyclists were injured after they both hit an alligator while riding on I-4 Saturday evening. The Florida Highway Patrol said a 2022 Suzuki and a 2021 Kawasaki Ninja were traveling west on I-4 around 6:08 p.m. That's light enough for them to see them when they both struck the gator within the lane. The collision caused both motorcyclists to veer off the road, with the Suzuki striking a tree. The Suzuki rider, a 67-year-old man, which would explain why he didn't see the gator because of the cataracts, along with the other rider, a 25-year-old woman, were taken. Look at him, 67 years old, right?
I know.
Right, with a 25-year-old. I need to know that story. We're taken to HCA Lake Monroe Hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. There you go, right there. Be safe on those bikes.
You don't expect to see a gator in the lane on I-4.
You do not, but I mean, there is video. I mean, obviously, you're aware online. There's every now and again that odd video of a gator crossing the street.
Sure.
You know, to get to the other side.
Oh, that's why he does it.
That's where the chickens are.
Right, yeah.
Off-duty Florida deputy arrested on I-4 with fake Chasem's license plate. An off-duty Volusia County Sheriff's deputy has resigned after being arrested for riding a motorcycle, here's your second story, with a fake license plate. According to authorities, the tag read CHASEM3. Chasem's, I believe.
Chase me. Except she got the 3 instead of the E.
Oh, I see.
Chase me.
I kind of like Chasem's.
Chasem's Max.
Yeah. The sheriff's office also found a social media account that allegedly belongs to Muzzy that showed reckless stunt riding on public roads. So
she was a cop.
She was a cop, 26-year-old Erica Muzzy. And if I could say so,
not very attractive.
Yeah, not bad at all.
Very attractive.
But understand something, too. you can look at that picture and tell in a half a second she's not law enforcement material.
No. I don't know how she got that job.
I know how she got it, but the only reason, some people, the only reason they become cops is so they can break the law. And she's got that look right there.
She definitely does.
Yeah. I ain't mad at you, though, Muzzy. You
respect the hustle.
Yeah, you just a girl out there trying to get you, whatever. Florida, where's my last one? Florida man caught stalking ex admits watching her sleep for months. Jalen Vallejo was arrested on multiple charges, including aggravated stalking. Yeah, you're damn right about that. And attempted armed burglary after he was found prowling the Deltona neighborhood late Sunday night wearing a ski mask. When questioned, he admitted he was on his way to his ex-girlfriend's house. Here's an idea. Put the mask on after you get there.
Yeah, like you're going to look super sus if the cops pull you over and you're already wearing your ski mask.
I mean, I guess, though, you have to prevent yourself from being called by Ring doorbells as you pass them. Baby. When questioned, he admitted he was on the way to his ex-girlfriend's house to watch her sleep, an act he had been repeating for several months. Authorities also said he was carrying burglary tools at the time of his arrest. She is lucky that he was arrested because this was not going to end well. Not at all. I will give you a story that ends well, but it is also a cautionary tale of knowing what your children, especially, I'm not going to say especially your female children, especially your children, are doing online. 13-year-old girl rescued from human trafficking. 2 suspects arrested. Dateline Hillsborough County. The Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office says deputies rescued the 13-year-old girl who was being held captive and exploited in a motel room. They arrested 2 men, 28-year-old Marlon Alfaro Alvarez and 25-year-old Floyd Amaya Garvin, who now face multiple felony charges, including human trafficking. They say that the sheriff's office got a call from the girl's sister, who got a voicemail from her saying she was in danger at the A1 Motel in Tampa. Deputies say they responded immediately, and when they arrived, Alfaro Alvarez tried to run through the bathroom window. Garvin was inside the room with the child. So there you have it there, a bad story. Could have been worse. That turns out good.
Every damn day, it's another story about these creeps luring kids through social media. Every day.
I heard Gio on the Calta show talking about how he keeps his children offline, and Mike wasn't giving him any pushback. He just thought it was odd. I'm not going to lie to you. But no, I don't think it's odd. I don't know if I would have the fortitude to keep them off, but I will tell you, he sounds smarter day after day after day, because you're right. It's every day. And these are the stories we know about.
Yeah.
How many children, young adults, are in relationships with pedophiles and strangers that just haven't been busted yet.
What's weird is, like, I guarantee you, with a parent like Gio, when his kids go to school and they're not on social media, they are ostracized. Like, they're the ones who are like, oh, you're not on social media? It should be the exact opposite way. We should be ostracizing the kids who are on social media under 16. Right. That shouldn't be the norm. That should be the anomaly, because if you're not checking your kid's phone and your kid is under 16, I guarantee you that in their DMs, there's at least one adult posing as a kid, messaging your child, playing the long game of gaining their trust and then getting them to meet up somewhere so that they can do untoward things to your kid.
And at one point, there's going to be that opportunity where your child says, hey, I need to go here, or you are asleep, and they open that window, or they just walk right out the front door.
God, it is so scary.
Now, as far as children are concerned, I don't know what we're going to say about this daughter. Daughter shoots father during custody exchange.
Dude, this is crazy.
I know.
Like, if you get to the point where you've got to do the custody exchange at a sheriff's department anyway, things have gone horribly awry.
Yeah, but you don't expect your daughter. You expect the ex to shoot you, not your daughter. Dateline Largo, Florida. Pinellas County Sheriff's Department said a woman was arrested for attempted murder after she shot her father during a custody exchange of his his other 4 children. BCSO said the victim, Rogero Nacimiento, arrived at the Sheriff's Administration building on June 1 to exchange custody of his children with his separated wife. Rogerio's wife arrived with the children and 28-year-old Gabriela, the victim's biological daughter. She arrived at the parking lot separately. Detectives said the 3 of the 4 children seemed hesitant to exit the car. Rogero and his wife were standing outside their cars when Gabriela approached her father with a semi-automatic firearm and shot him in the back, Drew. Rogerio reportedly ran toward the building, and Gabriela attempted to shoot him again, but missed. Rogerio entered the front lobby and was taken to the hospital in critical but stable condition. Detectives said Gabriela put the gun on the ground and waited in the parking lot until police arrested her and was charged with attempted murder in the first degree and transported to the Pinellas County Jail. What could possibly be a motive?
Only speculating here. Only speculating.
That's all we're doing. Hypotheticals.
I mean, I would think for there to be a violent reaction like that, there might be some sort of abuse that had been perpetrated upon the young lady.
Okay, so
she's abused by the dad. She gets mad. She shoots him.
Let me take where you're going one step further.
Yeah.
She, hypothetical. We're just,
just spitballing here. That's all.
She was abused by the dad.
Yeah.
She was afraid the dad was doing the same thing to the other 3 kids.
Right. And wanted to stop him.
Right.
And didn't have any faith in the justice system because it can be a flawed justice system.
Right. Which is why the 3 children, because within the article it says they were hesitant to get out of the car.
So
now, if that's the case, we got to let it go.
Yeah. And I mean, could she, hypothetically, just spitballing here, raise an argument for crime of passion if she said that, like, as they dropped off the kids told her, hey, he's been abusing us. She loses it and shoots him.
Yeah.
Not saying it's right.
I ain't saying it's wrong, though.
I mean, what do you do? Can't trust our justice system.
No. Sometimes the streets deal out the best justice.
I think 3 out of 5 Supreme Court justices say street justice is preferred.
Those other 2 are just wackadoodles.
They are.
Jamie Foxx calls Diddy a nasty mother effer amid sex trafficking trial. All that goddamn baby oil. Why you so nasty? For black people, I might have to disagree with this. That was our hero. I don't know. I never really liked the guy.
No.
Pre-accusation. All he did was take hits from the 80s.
That's it. Nothing creative about that.
Diddy is crazy, huh, Fox? Asked the audience via video shared by Urban Hollywood. I mean, Urban Hollywood is an Urban Hollywood.
I didn't know that.
I don't know if he is going to jail, but he is a nasty mother effer, especially for us white people. Like, it's cool. But for black, I love it when black comics would do that kind of racial delineation.
Oh, yeah.
And there's really nothing factual to back it up. Let me give it to you again. He is a nasty mother effer. Am I right? Especially for us, white people, like, it's cool. But for black people, that was our hero. I don't know any white person that was going around right now going, oh, man, would leave Diddy alone.
No, I don't think it's very cool what he did at all. I don't know any other white people who think it's cool.
Yeah. For the black people here, you know how that hurts us. Fox said about the trial destroying Diddy's legacy after output like the smash song. It's all about the Benjamins, blah, blah, blah. It's not the first time Fox has addressed Diddy as of late. He went on social media with wild rumors alleging Diddy tried to have Fox killed. The actor shut it down after his emergency at the THR roundtable, saying, Puffy tried to kill me. No, Puffy didn't try to kill me. When they said I was a clone, that made me flip. I'm sitting in the hospital bed like, these bitch-ass mother effers are trying to clone me. Yeah, it's
he must have been through some really interesting stuff with that health issue.
I think he was. Mark Marone to end groundbreaking What the F podcast after 16 years. Fan of Marone? Did you listen to the podcast?
Yeah, Maron's all right. He gets some good guests. He's a little bristly, but he's good.
The groundbreaker, Mark Marone, has announced that he and producer Brendan McDonald have decided to end the podcast, the groundbreaking podcast that helped define the medium and launched in 2009. That is a very long run. The podcast, which will turn 16 years old on September 1, has become one of the most influential shows in podcasting history with more than 1,600 episodes, featuring everyone from Barack Obama to Keith Richards. And finally, and we talked about this, couple of place closing. Mothers is closing in Seminole Heights.
Oh, yeah. No, they're in West Chase.
Not West Chase, I'm sorry, in West Chase. Well, Duff's is opening in Seminole Heights. Are you a Duff's Famous Wings fan?
I never had them, but they're opening up in the old Ellis.
Yes, they are. And unfortunately, Dunedin Global Fusion restaurant, Cara closes after 6 years. In Dunedin, owner and chef Tracy Bryan announced on Monday the last week of its final day will be last week. The Nest Caraca's French offshoot in the same downtown Dunedin space will also close. And finally, the Vinoy's fine dining restaurant Elliot Astor will open in St. Pete. And there you go right there. And that's the Mo Better.
Yeah, it's sad that we're losing mothers in West Chase. As great as West Chase is, we do not have that many good watering holes. In fact, it was Mothers. The blend next to Wob is all right. Repeal is awesome. Other than that, ain't a good place to get a beverage in West Chase.
And that's a nice big area.
Yeah,
so there should be more.
We got money out there, son. All right, we're going to come back. We'll talk a little bit about this very unfortunate terror attack, I guess that's all you can call it, that happened domestically, and my people, how we should respond next as we close up shop here on Drew Garabo Live. Achieva Credit Union would like to welcome you to its roles of membership. They did it for me. Anybody can join. That's a great part about Achieva. You just go to achievacu.com or stop in any branch, and you can find out the benefits of membership. That's achievacu.com, by the way. You can get a HELOC, which is a home equity line of credit where you can borrow against the balance of your house, and you can use it for anything you want. Home repairs, home improvement money, get caught up on bills, etc. It's called a HELOC, and they've got all kinds of information for you at Achieva's website. Again, achievacu.com if you would like to join, achievacu.com. They got locations in Carrollwood, in Pinellas County, in Pasco County, all over the place. I'm a very satisfied member, and Achieva is a member of the NCUA.
You're listening to Drew Garabo live on 102.5 The Bone. Guys with ponytails, girls that think they're models, people that don't know how to Google something, and of course, ventriloquists. No one is safe when it comes to an open letter from Galvin.
Seriously?
Hear a brand new open letter from Galvin live every Wednesday at 8 a.m. on The Mike Calta Show. And go check out all the past open letters from Galvin at theboneonline.com. Sponsored by Zero Res. Zero Res. All they leave is clean. Now, a Bone traffic update from the Farah and Farah Personal Injury Attorneys Traffic Center.
In Seminole at last check, westbound Park Boulevard remained closed as the result of a bad crash between 113th Street and Ridge Road. In Pinellas Park, an earlier accident along northbound US 19 at Gateway Center Boulevard still has the right turn lane blocked. On the Hillsborough side, you may still encounter some accident activity southbound along John Moore Road at Bloomingdale. We're in pretty good shape right now along the interstate systems and across the big bridges. This is Jim with traffic.
After you've been injured at no fault of your own, you shouldn't be stuck footing the medical bills or dealing with lost wages. Farah and Farah's accident attorneys are here to make it easy. Contact Farah and Farah, 1-800-500-5555, farahandfarah.com. Make it a Farah fight, Tampa.
This is a cat named Mo from Drew Garabo Live. Prime time, baby. I am the first Mo, but there is a second Mo, and he is the Mo that will help you if you need a personal injury attorney. It's Tampa attorney Mo DeWitt. Here he is to say one word because I've used up all the time. Hi. That's it. You got one word. Don't he sound sexy? 800, call Mo with an E. Injured on the go, just call Mo.
Non-attorney spokesperson, offices Tampa.
That's Mo with an E.
If you need to hire, it seems like the whole process can be exhausting. You search resumes, wait for the right candidates to apply, set up initial interviews. It's a lot of time and work. Well, what if you could meet with qualified candidates for your job the very next day? Now you can, with Zip Intro from ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Zip Intro is super easy to use. You simply pick a time, and it does all the work of finding and scheduling qualified candidates for you. Then you can choose who you want to talk to and meet with great people on back-to-back video calls as soon as the next day. Best of all, you save time and energy.
Try Zip Intro for free right now at this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Zip Intro. Post jobs today, talk to qualified candidates tomorrow. Once again, go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
A lot of people, when they come in, they'll say, this is my last hope. The next step is getting them in the right arch supports. Our goal is to have that long-term change for them, to see someone that is in pain. I change things for them. See how we can help you with a free fitting at the Good Feet store.
Renewal by Anderson of Tampa, Sarasota has an unbelievable 30-year anniversary sale. You buy one, you get one 30% off for replacement windows and patio doors. They are affordable, they are thorough, they are efficient and polite. You will love the work they do for you in beautifying your home. Renewal by Anderson, bestwindowsflorida.com. License number CGC 1527613.
Have you ever taken your family to dinner and been shocked at how expensive the bill was? Or gone to the doctor and been surprised by a large bill that was sent to you later in the mail? There is over $22 trillion in U.S. tax-deferred retirement accounts like the IRA and 401k. So do you know how much you will owe in taxes on those accounts in the future? Hi, I'm Rebecca Walser, principal of Walser Wealth Management and a tax attorney. And right now, I want you to think about how much you've saved in your own deferred retirement accounts, whether it's $250,000 or more. Guess what? That is not all of your money. You will have to pay those taxes in retirement as you withdraw it when you have no income. At Walser Wealth, we created a retirement tax bill calculator to show you what you will pay in future taxes on your accounts, and it's free for you to use. Go to mytaxtest.com. Knowledge is only power when it's followed by action. Knowing your future taxes, we can show you strategies that might help you lower them and lower your tax burden overall in the future. For now, use our free tax calculator, mytaxtest.com, mytaxtest.com.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Why should you hire America's largest injury law firm for your case? There's lots of reasons. Just like there's a reason millions of people called us last year in their time of need. When it comes to fighting for justice and compensation, millions of people across the country trust us to go to battle for them. We became the largest injury law firm in the world for a reason. There's only one Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com. Injured? Dial #law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting great candidates? Well, they're not hard to find when you go to ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. People who are actively looking for jobs like yours. So it's easy to find the right person fast. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
I want to learn how to cook, but I keep ordering takeout.
Accomplishing goals is hard, but when your goal is to learn a new language, Babbel makes it easy. In just 15 minutes a day, Babbel will help you start having conversations in as little as 3 weeks. Words and phrases you'll actually use. So when someone asks, "How's your French going?" you can say,
Babbel facilite grandement l'apprentissage d'une nouvelle langue.
Now save up to 50% on your Babbel subscription at Babbel.com. That's BABBEL.com.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers. So we build specially adapted homes at Homes for Our Troops. And thanks to our donors and supporters, this life-changing gift of freedom is provided mortgage-free to these veterans. But we need you to join us too in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
1 in 4 Americans have a disability. I'm one of them. I'm also a working mom who cares deeply about making sure every child with a disability thrives by getting their access needs met. We've got a trusted ally by our side. Easter Seals provides children and families the foundation for lifelong success through early learning programs, skills training, and prep for college and career. That's my Easter Seals. Make it yours. Join us at easterseals.com.
Looking for a great lunch combo? Hooters, Surfside Seltzer, Metallica tickets, and JP? Join 102.5 The Bone and The JP Show on Friday, June 6th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the original Hooters on Gulf to Bay. JP will be broadcasting live, and he will have your last shot at Metallica tickets. Pre-game with JP at the original Hooters with 102.5 The Bone.
When it really matters, choose Farrah & Farrah. Here for you, here for good. Tampa.
Got a burned out light switch or broken outlet or breakers that keep flipping? Just call for a Bolt electrician online at boltelectric.com.
Now, a weather update from the Sun Toyota Weather Center.
Sun, Toyota.com. I'm Fox 13 Chief Meteorologist Paul Delgado. Somewhat unsettled weather next couple of days. Couple showers around overnight tonight. Lows in the low 70s and kind of cloudy on Tuesday with a scattering of showers and storms. Some could be heavy. Highs only in the mid-80s.
Now, back to Real Raw Radio. Sponsored by Anajar and Levine, Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Now, back to Drew Garabo Live.
Two tragic stories from the weekend, and I'd like to talk about both of them. The one that seems to be getting more publicity, not saying that's right or wrong, just is the attack that took place where the gentleman shouted "Free Palestine" and then had homemade Molotov cocktails and threw them at people. Sending, I believe, 8 people to the hospital, if I'm not mistaken. I get that it is a very nuanced situation involving Palestine, Gaza, and Israel. And certainly there should be a solution where that land can be shared in a peaceful way, but it's just never going to happen. As long as you have one Palestinian and one Israeli, you're going to have people who are going to fight for that land. It's just going to be that way. There's no solution that is going to work for both sides.
It's funny you say that because I was thinking about the situation yesterday. I think that it's done. I think the Palestinians are going to be relocated. I think it's finally. I'm not saying it's coming to the proper end. I'm not weighing in on it. I am not familiar enough with the history of everything. But I think that I would say in a year from now, you won't have any Palestinians in the Gaza Strip.
Yeah, and Hamas certainly does not help there, and President Trump and just about any any support of Israel, the United States has stood behind Israel since Israel became a state, I think in the 1950s.
Yes.
A country, state, whatever you want to call it. Being a Jewish person, obviously I am favorable towards the plight of the Jewish people, but there are a lot of innocent women and children dying over there. And I don't know what you do to solve that. And if I were a Palestinian American and my relatives were losing their babies, losing their wives, losing their mothers because of the violence, I would probably be very passionate about it on the other side.
Blocking humanitarian aid is
unconscionable. Oh. But this 45-year-old gentleman had planned on gunning down his victims, even took a concealed carry class where he learned how to fire a weapon. But the Egyptian national was blocked from purchasing the weapon because his U.S. visa had expired. Now,
gun laws work?
I mean, apparently if you apply these gun laws, they might actually work. Now, why they didn't just detain him, when they found out his U.S. visa had, expired?
Good question.
Instead of just saying like, oh, you don't get guns? How about, all right, you don't get guns and you're incarcerated?
Yeah.
But instead of guns, he now faces 16 attempted murder charges and a sentence of 48 years because he used 2 Molotov cocktails. He fixes a sentence of 192 years for attempted use of the 16 unused incendiary devices. And my question is that a clean shoot? If you're there, he stalked and targeted a local pro-Israel walking group, Run for Their Lives, which has organized weekly walks in solidarity with Israeli hostages being held by Hamas. These are not people taking to the streets in a violent manner. This is a group of Jewish Americans who are pro-Israel and got together with like-minded individuals and walked simply to show solidarity for the people in Israel. And this guy wanted to kill all Zionist people, found out about this group, including all the stops on their latest walk event on their Facebook page, and set himself up to ambush them on Boulder, Colorado's highly trafficked Pearl Street, used an improvised flamethrower device he fashioned from a garden hose full of 87 octane gasoline and a lighter, as well as lobbing 2 Molotov cocktails. If you see that dude and you're in this walking group and he's got the gasoline in his hands, is that a clean shot, a clean shoot? Can you?
Someone's walking towards you with a flamethrower.
Yeah.
And you pull out a gun. I'll take my chances. I'll take my, in today's world,
yeah,
you're walking around in the open with a flamethrower, and I'd take my chances.
Yeah, same. Like if I'm with a group of Jewish people, I almost am at a point where Free Palestine is equivalent to Heil Hitler. Because, again, not everyone who believes in the freedom of Palestine is a Nazi or equivalent to a Nazi, but that seems to be a war cry for those who believe in violence against what they perceive to be Zionists or Jewish people. So if you've got Molotov cocktails in your hand and you're approaching a group of Jewish people for walking, yeah, seems like a clean shoot to me.
I don't have to worry about it now, but when my 2 boys were going to synagogue, and always the armed guard out there, the gate, and I mean, so it's this the violence and the threat of violence against Jewish people, and it's not just from Hamas or Palestinians over here. It's been a lot worse from people from here, but it's daunting to be Jewish.
It is. Always has been, always will be.
There's good money in it, but
yeah, it is. There are good benefits. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you get to be chosen and all that. But and the other big story that isn't getting the press that it deserves, I don't think we know. Those of us who are not afflicted with depression have no idea how the depressed brain works. This guy, John Brenkus, developed a segment first on ESPN and then a show called Sports Science. He founded a TV production company. By all means, a very successful individual. He rose to fame by examining the science behind sports. They had really cool segments with him on ESPN where they would show like the biggest athletic feats and then show the science behind them. When it's golf, like the physics of the right golf swing and the right golf club, momentum, friction, the laws of gravity. He opened up about his experience with depression in an interview with former NFL star Marcellus Wiley in 2023. He fell into a deep, deep depression after he sold Sports Science to ESPN and lived in Park City, Utah, which I've heard is very beautiful. The Weintraubs have a home there. He found himself a mental health expert who was able to help him work through the struggles. He said at the time, mental health, suicide, it's a real thing, and I counted myself out. I consider it my greatest blessing and greatest victory that I went to and had to march through the valley of darkness to get to where I am today. I guess he had a gun loaded and his dog tugged on his pant leg. And at the time he looked down and said, what the hell am I doing here? I can't leave my dog without me. And that was good enough for him to not end his life. Unfortunately, he lost his battle. 54 years old, wildly successful, co-founder and co-CEO of BASE Productions, a production company that specializes in creating reality TV programs for Spike, National Geographic, and ESPN. And it wasn't enough to get him to wake up to see another day. I don't think we understand. It's very hard to. My friend Mark Foster, who took his own life after struggling with depression in 2002, I had no idea because they do such a good job of on the outside letting you know, oh, everything's cool. You know, they might struggle with stuff, but you don't see the internal struggle. You don't see the fact that every day is just more and more pain for them. And when they just can't bear the thought of another day and take their own lives, they leave so much devastation around them. But that's not for us to judge. You know what I mean? Like we don't know what that's like to wake up with that disease every day. Hello there. Who are you?
Hey, it's Randy.
Hey, Randy. What's going on?
Hey, I just want to touch on actually kind of both of those. I moved. I'm in Florida now, but I moved 3 years ago from Colorado, and I want to touch on the Boulder thing.
Sure.
I mean, it's just going to sound awful, but that state is horrific. It's so bad. I literally quit my job of 10 years, put what fit in my car, drove down here, not knowing anybody, not having a job, because it had become politically so confining. And it felt like Nazi Germany. I mean, not that I was in Nazi Germany, but I mean, it was really horrible.
Like, what can you explain? Like, what you mean by? Because I visited Denver and Golden, so that wasn't enough to like give me a good taste of what it's all about. When you say it was like Nazi Germany, what do you mean?
Well, people are so people are so liberal that they're actually brainwashed. They're not really liberal at all. They're actually horribly brainwashed. And people there, you can't. Okay, for a while during COVID, you couldn't take your car and drive down the street unless you had some ID of some sort to show that you were needing to be outside and drive to work. I'm a nurse, and I would drive to, I worked at a huge hospital. They're the biggest one there. And if I didn't have my ID on me, I was told that I was not able to drive down the street.
Oh.
I mean, absolutely. And then at times it was at 8:30, everything else to close down because of COVID. And I thought, well, COVID doesn't tell time. I don't know. And then it got so bad. There was a guy here about not even a year ago that he killed 2 people on I-25 in Denver, Colorado. Mm-hmm. He shot and killed them. Oh. They were unarmed, and he shot and killed them. Oh. And at first, he initially was charged with first-degree murder, 2 counts. Then they dropped all the charges because they were pressured by the NAACP to do that because people would riot there. I was also one time driving down I-70 there in Colorado, and the people were standing in the street, literally just standing in the street, like the highway, blocking it. You couldn't even drive down the street. And that's all okay. It's all. Well, I mean,
these things happen throughout the entire country during social unrest and COVID.
Okay. You know? True. You know what? I guess. I would talk to friends and family in other parts of the country, and they never said they experienced that.
So
Colorado is it's a cesspool. Seriously, I'm not kidding. It's
you're not wrong. It did seem very interesting, and I think the case you're talking about is the Aurora shooting death of a teenager. which was dropped after a lack of evidence. The case was not directly related to the NCAA. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
Yep.
No, I mean, I apologize. There have been several cases there where it was really bad things happened, but no, it's no, I mean, he literally was driving down the road. It was like a road rage incident. Sorry, broad daylight, traveling north on I-25, and these kids they approached him, which is not okay. Like, it's absolutely not appropriate. But he shot and killed them both, and then drove away. I swear to you, his name was Stefan Johnson, and it's what happened. He actually did that. He murdered 2 people, and nothing. I mean, and I just can't imagine in another state that would be okay.
Yeah, thank you very much for the call. I appreciate it. The COVID thing, I think no one really knew what to do, and we even knew it was ridiculous at the time. Like, my favorite thing, now in retrospect, it's my favorite thing. At the time, I was blown away by the idiocy of it, is that you could go into a restaurant wearing your mask, waiting for a table. You could be shown to your table, and then the minute you sit down, you're able to take off your mask. Yeah. That one, to me, was the best because, like, they're basically saying COVID lives up here. COVID don't live down here on your table. Right. COVID only lives, like, up here. Look, none of us knew what the hell we were doing. No. There are people who are still mad about it, and I get it. I just think when you get a potential pandemic like that, you don't really know what to do to get past it. And I want to think a lot of municipalities and governments did the best they could. They just didn't know what the hell to do.
Right. Nothing like that seen in a lot of our lifetimes.
Yeah. And man, all those all the different masks that you had to get, different bands on them and stuff. Yes. And then you had the N95. I tell you, I still see people with freaking masks on inside their car, and they're the only person in the car.
Right.
And I think either A, you really like the way your breath smells, or B, you've still bought into this propaganda that COVID is somehow going to get into your air conditioning unit and poison you.
It's odd to see. I mean, outside of the car, I mean, I guess there are a handful of people every day that come through the airport checkpoint with masks on, and having been a federale for 6.5 years, if you're going to wear a mask, wear it at the airport. Because there's a lot of stank-ass germs.
Yeah, that's for sure.
And people walking. But so in some ways I understand it, but I do think there's a residue holdover from things that we experienced during COVID.
Yeah, and I think the social element of it is something we're never quite going to grasp. Like, my son missed the last part of his junior year and his entire senior year of in-person learning because they shut it all down. Yeah. What kind of residual effect does that have on kids?
Well, you were saying, too, started this talking about depression. I would imagine that post-COVID, there were a lot of people that came out of it with massive bouts of depression.
Oh my God,
that they probably could not shake.
Yeah, I remember being so terrified the first month of it that Sarah and I just didn't see each other because she was working in hospitals, and I was like, "Oh, you're around that COVID. I can't be around you."
In your defense, that's a legitimate concern.
I don't know. It seems like it now.
Well, whether the science was 100% right on this, that, or that, there was something making people sick.
True.
And if you're in a hospital, you're kind of at ground zero. So I think that was a legitimate concern.
Good. I don't feel so bad now. After a month, it was just like, what are we doing here? Like, I can't. We got to see each other. And I'm glad we did. Hello there, Drew Garabo Live. Who are you?
Lance. Let's keep it light. This is Lance.
Hey, Lance.
Lancing these nuts on your chin.
Lancing these nuts on your chin. How does that make sense, Lance?
Lancing? This is Lance.
Lancing these nuts. You're slicing open these nuts.
Yeah.
And that was that Pasadena Pat dude. Like, you're trying too hard, bro. Enjoy the show. Listen to the show. and have fun. You don't need to bring the attempted comedy to the show because we're good. Pasadena Pat / Lansing / whatever, like it's not not funny. I need a new program. I finished the Pee Wee documentary.
Right.
Finished Your Friends and Neighbors, which I thought had a great finale, a really, really great finale. The John Hamm show on Apple TV ended magnificently. Caught up on that. Caught up on damn everything. Like
I would say it again, Drew.
What?
Mobland.
Oh yeah,
Mobland. It's got your boy in it.
All right, you know what? Mobland I start tonight. I don't have Paramount Plus on my phone, so Mobland can't be a gym show for me.
I forget. Yeah, you say that every day. You're looking for a gym show primarily.
Yeah, I need like a good crime drama on Netflix. I'm not sure that this show with Sawyer from Lost Duster is going to be the one for me. It's so dumb.
Oh, I thought you were telling me it was kind of cool.
It is, but it's so dumb
now.
So freaking dumb. And I gotta find one. If you want to hit me up, Drew@theboneonline.com. I'd really appreciate it because there's no basketball until Wednesday, and I'm still not sure what's going to happen with this OKC Indiana. It's tough to bet against Indiana. You think, OKC's got it in the bag, but
I can't go anything pro Indiana. I am not a fan of Indiana.
I love Tyrese Halliburton.
I mean the state, the whole anything. I'm not a fan of anything to do with Indiana, the state.
The movie Hoosiers?
F Indiana.
Hello, who are you?
Drew, you've been on a burner, and there's really not a lot of action tonight.
Oh, yeah. Good. You're the gambling guy. All right. Yep.
Gambling Garabo.
Gambling Garabo's in the house.
Listen, as far as the NBA Finals go, I have the Thunder winning in 5 games or less.
No.
Thoughts?
Nope. I believe if OKC, the heavily favored OKC, is to win, I believe it will be in 6 or 7. I think Indiana splits the first 2 in OKC. They go back to Indy. They win at least 1, if not 2 there. And this is a series that is going at least 6 games. And I'm not even sure that the Pacers don't take this one outright, my man.
Wow.
I know. I know. That's why they call me
NBA
gambling.
would love that.
They would. Well, the NBA would love it if New York was in the finals along with another team that people wanted to watch. What a nightmare for the NBA that it's Oklahoma City versus Indiana. There ain't a major market in there, and the ratings are going to be as low. You want to bet on something, bet on the lowest television ratings ever for an NBA Finals series. There you go. Thank you, Maurice.
Thank you, Drew.
Thanks a lot for listening to the show today. Appreciate it. Always reach out on social media. He is Cat Named Mo. I am Drew Garabo on Instagram. We hope you have a wonderful night. We hope you stick around and listen to the Best of the Mike Calta show and then catch the live and in-person version tomorrow morning at 6. Johnny B after that, JP after that, Sending Show after that, and then us with another pair of Metallica tickets tomorrow at 4. Good night.
You're listening to Drew Garabo live on 102.5 The Bone. We are Real Raw Radio. 102.5 The Bone. Breaking summer news. All the rooms at the Sky Beach Resort for the Bone Summer Beach Bash are completely sold out. But good news, you can still come out and party for free. Neutral presents the Bone Summer Beach Bash. An entire weekend of awesome events and hanging out with all your favorite people from the Bone. Plus, it's absolutely free to get in. It's all happening July 18th through the 20th at the beautiful Sky Beach Resort in St. Pete, a bayfront oasis with a private beach at the southernmost tip of St. Petersburg in the Skyway District. No matter what you do, don't miss the Bone Summer Beach Bash, presented by Neutral and 102.5 The Bone. Real, raw summer. Now, A Bone traffic update from the Farah and Farah Personal Injury Attorneys Traffic Center.
In Seminole at last check, westbound Park Boulevard remained closed as the result of a bad crash between 113th Street and Ridge Road. In Pinellas Park, an earlier accident along northbound US 19 at Gateway Center Boulevard still has the right turn lane blocked. On the Hillsborough side, you may still encounter some accident activity southbound along John Moore Road at Bloomingdale. We're in pretty good shape right now along the interstate systems and across the big bridges. This is Jim with traffic.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. I've been asked many times how Morgan & Morgan became the largest injury firm in the world. I think I know. When someone comes to us for an on-the-job injury, we have a huge workers' compensation practice. But many times we find a defective product that was responsible for that injury. Luckily for them, we have a product liability section headed by my son, Mike. In addition to the comp case, there is a product case too. Other times, the injured worker is fired or harassed for bringing that claim. We have them covered. Our employment lawyers handle retaliation claims as well as wage theft and discrimination cases, and in some cases need to file for Social Security benefits. No problem. We became big for a reason. 30% of our new cases come as referrals from former clients. Hiring us is easy. Go to forthepeople.com on your mobile device or computer, or call Pound Law on your cell, pound 529. Morgan & Morgan. Injured? Dial Pound Law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
The heat is on, and when the heat is on, your AC is on, and when your AC is on, your money is gone. Power companies love it, but Solar Bear says enough is enough. Stop renting your power from the power companies. Go solar now and own your power and get your first 12 months completely free. That's 0 power payments for an entire year. Solar Bear is Florida's local solar expert, not some national chain. With over a decade of experience and thousands of 5-star reviews, they're the name you can trust. Call Solar Bear today or visit solarbear.com and start saving before your next bill shows up.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, let's talk ED because millions of men experience it, but not everyone can access or afford treatments like Viagra. Well, Hims can help. Through Hims.com, you can get a full range of treatment options for ED, including daily or as-needed meds through a 100% online process. It all starts with an online intake form. Get started at hims.com/radio, and from there, a medical provider licensed in your state will determine if ED treatment is right for you. If prescribed, your medication is shipped to you for free. Find the ED treatment that fits your needs with options up to 95% less than the brand names. Millions of men experience ED, but Hims can help. To start your free online visit and save up to 95%, go to hims.com/radio. That's hims.com/radio for your free online visit. HIMS.com/RADIO.
Mike Calta here from my friends at Zen Film Solutions. You can find them online at zenfilmsolutions.com or give them a call at 813-TINTING. Because if you're driving around in a car in Florida with no tint, you are crazy. Factory smoke glass does nothing for heat rejection. And if you want to protect yourself from love bugs this season, get paint protection for your car, windshield protection film, and color-changing wraps. If you're driving around in a car and you don't like the color, simply change it with a wrap. Hit them up online at zenfilmsolutions.com or call them up at 813-TINTING and tell them Mike Calta sent you.
Did you know even the smallest increase in mortgage rates can cost you thousands of dollars over the life of your loan? Hi, I'm Mark Stefanski, Chairman and CEO of Third Federal. It's true, even a 0.25% change in rate can cost you thousands of dollars over the life of your mortgage. But with Third Federal's new Early Rate Lock, you don't have to take chances. Early Rate Lock is the only pre-approval that locks in your rate at pre-approval, even before you find a house. Plus, we're so confident that our rates are the lowest, if you find a lower rate, we'll beat it or give you $1,000. And now through June 30th, get pre-approved with Third Federal and we'll pay all of your closing costs. So don't wait. Call Third Federal today.
Right now with Third Federal, even before you find a home, lock in 6.625%, APR 6.685% on a 30-year fixed-rate purchase mortgage. Visit thirdfederal.com or call 1-800-3RD-FED today. APR reflects 15% down for $350,000 loan amount. Rate requires automatic payment program and is subject to change. Restrictions apply. Zero closing costs on low-cost loans only. See conditions for lowest rate guarantee at thirdfederal.com. Equal housing lender.
The guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate is the easiest way to sell your home. You can save time, make the most money, and eliminate all the hassle this summer. Hey, it's JP, and my friends at Mark Spain Real Estate can sell your home with the strongest all-cash offer in the industry and help you move on your timeline. With over 67,000 satisfied clients, you could trust the most experienced real estate team in the U.S. to sell your home fast and for maximum profit. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today and start packing.
Hurt in a slip and fall? Take back control of your life. Call Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
1025 The Bone. Real Raw Radio. WHPT, Sarasota, Tampa, St. Pete. And 107.3 WXGL HD2 St. Pete. Live from the WeatherTight Windows studio.
Please listen carefully.
This program was recorded at an earlier date and time. The content contained here may be out of date in context. Listener discretion is advised. 102.5 The Bone.
I'm about to whip somebody's ass. Oh, I'm about to whip somebody's ass. Oh, if you don't leave me alone, you're gonna have to send me home, 'cause I'm about to whip somebody's ass.
All right, here we go.
It's the Mike Calta Show.
Now, you ready for this? This is happening!
Good morning.
Good morning. We've talked the whole night through.
Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Hey, wake up, stupid!
You know what I'm saying? I think you do.
Check 1, 2.
Let's go, let's go, let's go!
All systems are go.
Make some noise!
3, 2, 1.
It's the Mike Calta Show.